got a new mouse yesterday. Yeah, the guy who urged me to get a new one is the guy who's helping me get my setup, and I actually have a microphone arm in the mail right now. I bought a bunch of adapters for it too, and I bought a new secondary webcam. And then I haven't decided what mic I want, but I'm going to get a new mic because right now I just have the blue snowball that sits on my desk. It's maybe like 2 feet from my mouth. You're not supposed to talk into it. You're just supposed to set it nearby. So I'm going to get an actual studio mic here in a bit. I don't know. I'm going to shop around, find out which one I want, and then get that and the whole thing. But I'm getting get the arm for it first and everything and the adapters and whatnot. So I'm slowly setting it up. What's that? I wasn't planning on doing it, but so someone that I work with over the past like year, he's been slowly building up his studio, like in his apartment he has, and he wants to get. He basically makes. He's one of those guys that makes like music online. I think he has. I want to say it's a SoundCloud or maybe he has his own website, but he like records his own music and it's whatever. I've never listened to it. I don't care to really, but he's like, yeah, and because he and I have these long conversations about like really interesting topics, not your typical. Well, you've had conversations with me. I don't just sit and talk about the weather and or whatever the Kardashians are doing. It's more a topic that people don't really talk about, and then we do like a deep dive on it. And instead of he and I sitting outside of our cars in a parking lot after we have food or meet up somewhere and talk about something for 3 hours, he's like, why don't we just like start recording these, because you're really good at explaining stuff. And I'm like, I never thought that I was, but okay. So he's kind of going that route and I'm going along with it. I don't know, I don't think I'm that interesting. Yeah.
I'm muted because my girls are currently wrestling, so.
I was worried my bird was gonna screech.
Not in the furry way. Not in the furry way.
Is that us?
Or
I
is
don't
that
know.
us?
Oh, okay. And then
Okay.
hello.
Oh, okay.
We're both.
Lovely, lovely. Yeah, not us. Okay.
Oh, that was bad.
college. You go first, Charlene.
Oh, hello. I am Rose. I've already forgotten what I'm supposed to talk about.
We're pOLY. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole thing.
pOLY and currently playing fetch. My dog is also pOLY, so whenever she hears me with other people, she wants to be involved. So, go on, babe.
Sorry. I'm Graham. Yeah, Rose and I have been together for a while now, and I think it's impressive that we have maintained relationship and we became known as a pOLY couple for y'all. That wonderful.
Okay, Moxie.
No, it is always impressive when a relationship can maintain itself and everyone stays happy. Pup. And the puppy's happy apparently.
Not us this time.
Not us. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Nat,
And I'm Kale.
and we've been together for over a year,
Yeah, about 18 months.
about 18 months, and I am married as well. And Kayla's my partner, and yeah, that's the introduction. That's the rundown.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely.
Oop, no, I didn't mean to do that.
Quick question. Nat, you said that you were married and Kale is your partner.
Yes, I'm not married to Kale.
Okay, that's what I assumed. I didn't know if you were implying that or if I just assumed that and I was incorrect.
No, I didn't explain that very well. Yes, I am married. I'm not married to Kale.
Okay.
I'm not gonna throw my other partner's name out here because that would private lives, man, private lives.
Okay. Yeah, marrying them
Feel
is
that.
one thing, but I could see that. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how pOLY works.
Okay, I guess you're gonna learn tonight, right?
But yeah,
Not really.
hopefully.
Not really. Until I'm in a pOLY
Oh.
relationship, I'm never actually going to learn.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know why, but like when I think of a poly relationship, I just think about like stuffing, like I want to stuff you into a poly relationship, you know, just pile on the bodies, you know, but like in a very loving and accepting way is kind of how I see it. Well, I can be the mediator here because I'm from both worlds. And by the way, guys, doesn't look like the city. Are you kidding me? Okay, so my audience is on my ass tonight, which thank you guys so very much. Here we're gonna set ourselves the talk show. Okay, talk shows and podcasts, and it also should be yes. Okay,
very cool.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna restart the show one more time, in which Nat, Kale, I hope you guys have plenty of time. I know you guys had some plans tonight, so I'm gonna try not to take too much of your time. Everything.
Our plans are over. We are good.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah.
Well,
we were able to get it done before this, so yeah, we're good.
I miss having all of your attention, so this is definitely okay. This is great. Okay, so my mic has not been working. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the introduction over again. We're gonna pretend like the last 15 minutes didn't happen.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
Don't make the same mistake you made the first time.
So this time we're pOLY couple and they're BDSM couple, even though we're all pOLY and kinky.
yes, you're all pOLY and kinky, and I don't know why I designated you that too. It looked better on paper.
So just introduce us all as the same.
Yes. Okay. So for the people that are just now tuning in, Good evening, Teddy. Good evening, War. Welcome to the channel. This is Nameless Talks episode 9 or 10 because I've honestly lost count and I need to check my Twitch. Last week we did double standards when it came to both men and women and how they need to function in society and be more on each other's teams instead of trying to destroy each other, which is what I think She-Hulk is actually doing, but we'll talk about that later. We also talked about public images when it comes to men and women and standards of beauty. This week we're going to be doing something a little more positive. I have personally invited some friends of mine and knowledgeable people about both tabletop polyamory and also fluid BDSM. And these friends are Rose and Graham. And also, they're paired. In fact, you can see them right here over to my left or my right as the camera's flipped. But it's this lovely picture of this lovely couple here with the guy with the beard that I can't grow, so envious. And also, being represented by a single tiny plant, you're going to see them talking on the screen whenever they're talking, is Nat and also Kale, yes, like the food, power food, delicious. And they are a polyamorous and kinky couple as well. So what we're going to be doing tonight is just going over a couple of topical topics. And again, birds chirping, dogs chirping, that's completely fine, guys. We're going to be going over a couple of topical topics. We're going to be able to ask them questions about what it's like to be... Oh, man, you've got to be kidding me.
Thanks, guys. Okay. So, sorry if I sounded strange, guys. Okay. All right. Yes, and Teddy did meet them before. So, what we're going to be doing tonight is just going over an introduction to what polyamory is or how you can get into it. You guys can ask any questions about polyamory and BDSM if you want within reason. My guests, of course, have the right to either choose to answer or not answer. The show will be ending strictly at 10. And I'm going to give them just one more introduction, one more quick introduction, and then we are going to be getting started with a small icebreaker set of games. So again, Rose and Graham, if you guys could say hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Fair enough. Then again, I should have known better than
Rat.
Yeah, no, if there's two things I cannot do, it is tell Mephistopheles or Rose what to do with
Yeah,
with any hope that they would listen to me.
I can barely tell Rose what to do, and
I did exactly what was asked of me.
Okay.
What do you
Hi,
call
we're
it?
Graham and Rose.
Yeah, that's what is it, like malicious compliance? Like I felt a
Yes.
dagger in my side.
Yep.
And also another amazing couple which we have here. From my perspective, again, they've been together for over a year. They are in a polyamorous relationship where they do have a respectful third. She did kind of mention that before, but I was a little bit silent. Again, Nat and Kale, if you guys could say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, hi. So what we're going to do to start off with a couple of icebreakers is you guys will notice in the Discord chat that we are literally in right now, I've left a couple of memes from top to bottom. I'm going to put those memes up on screen, and we are all going to just take a quick look at them, okay? Now, I tried to make sure that these were not too spicy. We're going to skip the top and bottom bingo right quick because we'd love to hear your opinion on that. We're going to go to the first image here that we have here is of a bunch of hair product boxes.
I see it. Oh my! Oh no!
Let's see.
Oh
And
no!
that's kind of how I felt at the same time, but not in a bad way. I just found it really, really funny. And here I'm gonna put this up on screen. Let's see. Display
It
capture.
took me a second.
Bingo, got it.
I don't get it.
Oh, okay. Here, let me Ooh, that's exposing a little bit too much. People can see my porn folder. Hang on a sec.
We could
Hey,
do a whole episode on that porn folder. How about that?
we really could. We really
An
could.
entire episode on just that. Yeah.
I would have to save it for my what do you call it? Yeah, I would absolutely have to save that for my Patreon viewers. Like that's specifically for them.
Spicy.
Okay, let me pull this
That
down
is
just
a
a little
fun
bit.
folder.
There we go. All right, so here's the first meme, guys. We have a bunch of just for men products here, and the last box for you guys that kind of can't see it, it's in a anti-theft container. And the thing is, I didn't even know there was just for men for black guys. Personally, I really didn't know that. I didn't know. But unfortunately, it's in an anti-theft container. And looking at the way the tags are, it's probably in like a Dollar General or something. But yeah, just like now, I for one, and again, you guys can like my channel is 18 and up. We are not politically correct here. We have plenty of unpopular opinions. You can say anything that you want within reason. I am not famous enough for you to be canceled, and my channel focuses on having real conversations about difficult shit. But with that, I can't help but like I'm normally the naysayer. I'm like, oh no, it's not racist. It's probably just a misunderstanding. I mean, come on, we can't see the guys at night. Like it's fine. Like there's nothing bad here. I'm not saying this is racism. I'm saying this is a sad oversight. What do you guys? What do you guys think?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I can. As a white person, well, white and Hispanic, but white passing, I don't think I can tell the black guy that it's not racist. So I'm gonna start with that. I don't think that's my place.
Oh no, it's completely your place. I even advocate for
that
everyone saying the N-word.
or that it is racist. Like I don't think I can say that, but it does.
It's
My question is, this is a low cost product, right? Why are you that concerned about it being stolen?
Oh my
Like,
god.
what are you really losing out on? Like
they're all the same price.
Yeah.
Right. And there's I mean, it looks like there's a row of them that are all locked up.
Yeah,
Like,
all of
there's
the ones in that section.
Wow.
No, it's only the one. It's only the one. Only the black guy is the one who's locked up. Oh.
Yeah,
But no, you can. It's okay to tell me it's not racist. One, I don't identify as a black person. Like I feel like I didn't like I woke up and I was this color and I was like, well, fuck. I guess I have to work hard like everyone else. So don't worry, guys. Like you can't offend me. Say any words you want. Like it doesn't bother me. Yeah. So.
I hope that's an oversight because that is just wow, unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It is okay. So here we'll move on to the next meme, and again, feel free to laugh. It's okay. Here, so this one goes out to my lovely whores of the group. The next meme is the no ma'am meme. Gonna pull that up right quick.
Okay.
Here we go. So okay. So for my audience, there we go. It says, "No, ma'am, a gangbang isn't proof." Yeah, make this just a little bit smaller. There we go. No, ma'am, a gangbang isn't proof you. Oh shit! Did I cut off the bottom?
You did.
Yeah,
I was kind of wondering if that was me.
Yeah, I was reading that meme and I was like, I'm gonna have to have this explained to me because I'm old and stupid.
Okay, no. You know, okay, if you guys meet Mephistopheles or see Mephistopheles, you're gonna think he's 26. Like, you're not gonna believe how young he looked. But the thing is, it says, no, ma'am, a gangbang isn't proof you work well with teams.
Ah, that makes more sense now.
Okay, but if it's a kinky gangbang, I would argue that that 100% proves that you work well in a team. Like that's some negotiations right there.
I mean, really good at taking orders.
Really good at taking orders, really good at setting boundaries, really good at following through on tasks.
See, I freaking knew kinky people would make this work. I freaking knew kinky. I just knew you guys would come up with something clever. No, that is absolutely right. Not only that, but just keeping cool heads. Like a manager, right, has to keep cool heads inside of the office, right? Well, you've got 4 of them poking you at the same time, and like you got to make sure they're all cool with each other.
Yeah, like a kinky gangbang can be a little stressful. Like that's a lot to manage. Like I would 100% take that as a fair part of an application. Absolutely.
You know, there's a great meme that I don't have right now, but it's like a stripper has like a resume, and it's like good at marketing parties, dance choreography. Like it was like a really technical resume, even though it was for a stripper. Rose, Graham, what do you guys think of this one?
Oh, that is too unfortunate. I mean, I'm one of the people who put running a D&D campaign on their resume. So I mean, I can make it work. I can figure out some way to phrase that.
You can spin it. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Teddy War, thank you guys very much. I turned off the voice changer. I just have it going through my mic now, so that shouldn't happen anymore. Thank you guys.
No, 100%. My husband totally put that he could run a D&D campaign on his resume. If you can spin it right, anything can go on a resume.
Absolutely.
Team
Even
building
a gangbang.
exercise. Yep, team
And-
building exercise right there.
You know
Yeah.
what? It makes you memorable.
Let's see. I'd have to put something on my
And he got
resume.
hired.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
there you go.
Yeah, Warren, you guys are police tonight, so my chat is like you're still fuck up. But no, here, if I was to put something on my resume, I'd say that my my body count is higher than my gun body count, and that's good.
Than your gun body count?
Yeah. I know that's strange and obscure. I'm a gun-toting self-defender of myself, and unfortunately, my gun body count is higher than 0.
It happens.
Yeah, shit
Unfortunately.
happens. Okay. So here we just got a couple more memes to go, and then we're actually gonna be going through just a couple of subjects. But try not to look too far ahead, guys. Even though you have like the entire thing there.
Oh, we are currently running on the Discord on the phone, and then I have your stream in my hand muted. So I'm looking at the images slightly after.
Ah. Okay. Well then, fine. Fine. Let's see. So the next image we have here, if I can get this up. Okay, there we go. So there's an image here. It's 2 bears in the woods. It looks like they are passing something along. And here, I'm gonna make this just again a little smaller. There we go. And it says, "I know a drug dealer. Want to see one?" The guy's like, "It'd be an innocent meeting between friends if they were polar bears, wouldn't it?" Sorry, I find that really just stupidly funny. We normally
I
have a
think
lot.
it's
The
hilarious.
sexy memes are coming, guys. I promise.
I think it's hilarious. So.
Yeah. I mean, like, people can find, like, a problem with anything. Like, I find this funny, not because they're black bears, which I didn't even, like, realize they were black bears. I mean, they're literally black bears, but, you know. I was just thinking, Jesus, like, way to take the fun out of a joke. You gotta make everything about race.
You know what? I think that it makes it funnier. Like, I'm gonna be
Yeah, no,
honest.
I think it's hilarious. I thought it was
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
It's funny.
I think that comment makes it 100% funnier. Like 100. I don't know if
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if the user's intention was to be funny, but I absolutely think it makes it.
It does. That is absolutely funnier. I mean, I don't know why 2 guys would be hanging out behind the shed in the middle of the woods, just shaking hands.
Doing the 37-step handshake, fist bump,
Just
finger
to make
waggle.
sure.
Yeah, it's like
Of course.
it's like performing a kata in martial arts. Like they have the movements practiced perfectly.
How are 2 bears standing up like that? That's just impressive on itself.
Well,
Good
they're
drugs.
No, yeah,
the
bears,
trucks.
yeah, no, bears can walk upright. Yeah.
Sorry, I wonder if like a bear ate a mushroom in the woods and was like, dude, I don't know why I'm even using these front paws.
Meanwhile, when humans take mushrooms, we start walking around on all fours.
Oh, yep, no.
I don't think eating mushrooms to do that. I'm just saying.
Okay, touche.
So here's the next meme. We're almost done, guys. It's just again a quick icebreaker. In fact, I have a request for the next meme. Rose, Graham, do you guys mind reading this meme with me? I'll be the cleric.
Oh, absolutely. I can absolutely read that vampire section for you.
Okay. Rose, because I think you're lovely, could you read the victim
The
section?
other one? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here, I'll go first. Prepare to die, monster! Your days of hunting the innocent are over!
No one hunts people anymore. You can say it clearer than that, Alan.
Cold.
I
That's why I do.
dork.
I love you.
Freely given consent is the cornerstone of safe BDSM. Safe word is garlic.
So I think if there was like a spectral event, like just something that revealed that like werewolves or vampires did exist, I think a lot more people would be coming out as kinky. And I saw this and I was like, it's fucking classic. I'd watch that sitcom.
There are a lot of kinky vampire and werewolves out there.
That's true, or at least they think they are.
Yeah, well, there are definitely people that drink blood, and there are definitely people that get on furry costumes and then howl at the moon.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
True.
Grey Wolves Den group, for sure, absolutely howls at the moon. And I am like what they call a bad furry because I straight up sexualize those guys. Like I don't care. Like they're average furries, where they feel like a wolf or they put on a costume or something skin tight. They just like being an animal in the element. No, I'm like I'm an animal in the element and I want to fuck you.
So when are we doing the furry episode?
You know what? Next week I've actually had a week to take a break. My
Oh.
comedy tour is coming to an end soon, so I fuck we can do a furry episode and I don't care. Twitch ban me for a week. It'll be fun.
Which banned you for a week? Are
Well,
they
I mean,
going?
oh, they probably will. I don't care.
Well, how much you want? How much you want to bet that a fraction of the stakeholders in Twitch are actually secretly furries?
Actually, a huge amount.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it'll turn out like 40% of the people who own Twitch are all furries, and they just let it slide. And then of course you get like whatever front page representation or whatnot. They boost you to the top just temporarily. They're like
Oh shit, that would
one
be
of
amazing.
us. They're one of us.
That would be fucking amazing. But
Awesome.
also, thank you, Rose, Graham, for reading that comic. So I got one for you, Nat, Kale. Are you guys ready?
Absolutely.
All right. So you don't really need for me to interject on this one, but let's see here. So the next one it features the tank.
Oh God.
No, just take a moment. Just take a moment. Take a breath. Just get into character, so you can get into character. It's okay.
You
We're
know,
just.
it's different when you're at kink parties. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm bailing out. I can't do it. I
You can't
can't
do
do
it.
it.
You can't do it. Here. Kale, do you mind if I'm the girl and you're the tank?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Here we go. Mia. So I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so here. Here's my best impression of what you guys sound like at the parties that I hang out with. Your your can is just too big, Mr. TZ2.
That's T72.
Oh, 72. T72.
I can't hold it anymore.
That's what you think a tank sounds like.
Sure.
All right, well, you have another line here. You have another line.
Ah.
Come on, like you can't give me like an anime like some Dragon Ball Z shit. Come on. You got it in you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I was thinking like a
Oh,
Okay.
oh. I'm not familiar with the anime Oz.
Okay, so here's the next one, and again, great introduction. Then we'll have like an hour of just relationship advice, kinky and poly relationship advice, just introductions to kink if you want to tell that story, and then finally, I've got some articles down below as well. And I'm really happy to have you guys here. The show is just getting started. I hate that I get it started late. I always get started late. Y'all, oh, Belcree the Bard is in the house. Why am I hearing Minnie Mouse porn? By the way, guys, if you ever wonder what I'm reading, feel free to either go to my Twitch. I left a link to my chat down below as well. So if you guys want, you can communicate with my channel as well and even answer their questions. So welcome, guys. Belcree the Bard is a fellow alternative lifestyle person in the chat. She's vital to the show as well. She's a lot of fun to talk to.
We all know what's going on out there. No one says it, but they know.
Let's see. Okay, so I got just a few more memes, guys. I'm almost done, and then we'll move on. Okay? Are you guys? Is everyone good?
Yeah.
It's your show.
I have to continue pimping out my mom.
I'm just a guest.
What?
Well, I'm happy that you guys are guests, because like my last couple of shows, Mephistopheles can vouch for me. They were serious, man. Like it got heated.
It was heated. Yeah,
It was
they
very
got
heated,
spicy. It
so
got
we decided to
spicy.
just take a lighter note this week and get
Last
some actual.
week's was intense. The last one that I watched was intense.
Yes. Yeah. And like again, this is all about like men and women being on the same page. We're about to tear each other apart. But no, I've got actual people with actual experience. So here's the next comic. It says I'm very shy. All right, and I'm straight up guilty of this. Like I'm raising my hand. I know you guys don't have the video up, but I'm very guilty of this. Just how does this make you guys feel? Have you ever been caught between a rock and someone's hard place?
Yeah, I'm like way too shy to actually make those noises on a stream, but like you see me at a party, Willie, like I
Yeah,
am no holds barred.
yeah, no, you're very extroverted. In fact, I would say like you guys are like in fact I'm afraid that you two are gonna like you, Kale, Rose, and Graham are all gonna become friends, and then like you're gonna be such friends. I'm just not gonna have you're not gonna have any space for me in your lives because I'm gonna be honest. If you two were to meet each other, you'd be like weird
Works.
double gangers. When I even like now that I think about it,
Well, you've got the place for the parties, Willie. We
I
can't
do.
we can't we can't throw you out.
Fair enough, fair enough. But I just saw this and I laughed so hard I did not have to do an ab workout. And the thing is, this is on a kids show, and they totally knew what they were doing.
Is that SpongeBob?
I don't know, but that's not Pepto Bismol.
No.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's not.
no. I'm just very impressed because you'd think like with the 2 miles of lower intestines, it would take the lower path a little longer, but the guy behind is really impressive.
It's really good timing.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
remember, hentai artists don't have any training in anatomy or physiology whatsoever. That's the whole thing. It's like comic book artists.
True. In fact, there are times where like I'll watch a hentai and like there'll be, let's just say magical foam for the Twitch guards. Fuck it.
Chill foam.
Come, fuck it, come. They'll be cum like shooting out of a girl's mouth like a fountain. I'll be like, that's hot, but that's wrong. Okay, we have two more memes. Two more memes. In fact, can I get a volunteer to read the next meme?
You read it.
Oh, okay. This one I can read.
Oh,
This
and by
one
the way,
I-
I'd like to point out to my channel, Nat and Rose, from my perspective, are extreme extroverts. Like, they're like you guys ever wonder like where like the big titty goth chicks are? Apparently, they're my friends, and they're all taken. Just like they have it in them. Oh, big titty yoga goth chicks. So just yeah.
Oh,
it's that extroverted introvert thing.
Mm.
Okay, I can do this. You wanna do the other half of this? I can do this one.
Okay.
Okay. Do
Okay.
you want me to pull it up with?
Hold on. I'm gonna set the mood.
Okay.
All right.
oh,
You've just
oh dear.
you've had a long day of walking by the bakery. You know that the baker is. So let's just say he wants to give you more than just a roll. Let me make this a little bigger. And you decided to wear your skirt slightly above your ankle today as you saunter across town.
Oh my goodness, what a harlot.
Ooh,
All right.
risque.
And you know that the pastor has not been too happy with his wife, and you personally, given the time period, wouldn't mind a new golden dominion surrounded by candles and golden candles. You know, living with a pastor. So, and action.
We are on an ad break.
Fuck.
Does that affect whether they can hear us?
Actually, it does, because I designed my ad breaks for everyone to be hit at the same time. So here, let's just take a moment.
Okay. We got like 9 seconds. Cut. Okay, and we're back. Cool.
Yeah, War's like, cut. Okay. So, and action.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Daddy. I've been a bad girl.
For the last time, it's forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Sorry.
I'm especially fond of that particular meme because my grandparents are Catholic, and so like I started out going to church in like a Catholic church. So I have a particular fondness for this meme.
I really like it too, just because I can show normies and they kind of get the joke. Because if there's one thing I love doing is converting normies. Slowly but
Bro,
surely.
you and me both. Absolutely. Corrupting vanillas is like literally probably my favorite social form of kink interaction.
Oh, so the funny thing, I'm gonna let you tell your origin story because like he does kink in a very, from my perspective, and I've been in the community for years, in a very unique way, and I want you to be able to have that piece in just a moment, like how Mephistopheles does it. Okay, here's the last meme, guys. Here's the last meme, and it got a O from somebody. We're gonna open that up. There we go. All right, so for my people in the chat, for my people in my audience tonight, like, does this describe you at all? Like, this is so me. Like, my public persona is so the first guy, so the first guy. But like deep down inside, my deepest, darkest depths, including my even in my stand-up comedy, um, is definitely the second guy. Rose, Graham, what do you guys think?
Why did it take so long?
I know, right? That's like
That's what
like
I was
3
thinking.
days,
I was
right?
thinking, what is about third date for us?
Well, we didn't date.
I,
It
I
just
love.
kind of happened.
Oh, third sexual experience.
Yeah.
Well, well, no, because the first sexual experience lasted like 3 days. Then it got kinky after that.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I don't think we got out of bed for the first 3 days.
Oh, freaking brags, freaking brags. It's like, oh yeah, I met this person. We hit it off so well. My bed was like the only enemy that I had. That poor thing. We creaked it till it screamed. Is what I'm hearing from your story.
I'm pretty sure that we had that alone would have needed us to replace the bed.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Which we finally did. We finally did replace it. But yeah, why did it take so long? I agree with Rose.
Yeah, in fact, I love Rose's statement. Just like, hurry up. Like, I can see her just waving her hands right now and going, come on, hurry up, get it. Just like, second date, are you ripping my clothes off or what? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Professor Utonium's a gentleman. She probably like helped him lean into it.
Well, it's like when we go out for the date, and then when we get back home from the date.
There you go. I mean, there was the first time we stopped at a bar, and then there was the second time we stopped at a bar, and then there was the hanging out as the bed got cleaned off. Yeah, that counts as 3 dates, right?
Yeah.
Sure. We never even went on a date, like an actual date really that was intended to be a date before we ended up in bed together, so.
Yeah. I did not know that the first date we had was a date. We were just hanging out in my mind.
We were in a bar negotiating play, and he just thought it was all hypotheticals at that point. Not
Okay.
what's going to happen later on tonight.
Okay, look, I asked my husband to a dance. Like I like swing dancing. Like I know Willie's a swing dancer. I'm a swing dancer. Like I asked my husband, the guy who's now my husband, to go swing dancing with me. And then I asked him to go to the fair with me. And then I asked him to go to a movie with me. And his mom was like, "This bitch likes you." And he was like, "No, she doesn't. She's just being nice." How much more clear can I get?
We need signals. Like we need like the airplane cone signals, Like we absolutely need to be just absolutely sure. And also Rose, do please continue. Oh, and by the way, audience, if you're out there, just letting you guys know there's a little secret when it comes to dating that like we it's an annoying thing that we men have to deal with. It's that like yeah, when you go out on a date with a woman, you hope that you can fuck her, you hope that you can take her out, have a good time, have a little couple of romantic nuptials based on what you guys are. But the difference between a man and a woman when they go out on a date is the woman knows if the guy's gonna get laid or not. Like that's just like this is something you gotta let go. It's just like they know. They can predict the future, unfortunately.
Oh, but I heard something when I was growing up that was when you take a woman's clothes off, if her underwear matches, she didn't decide her clothes were coming off.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to say I've heard something similar to that before. I haven't heard that in a long time. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm thinking
You
about,
date
like,
girls who wear
everyone.
underwear? Interesting.
I mean, that still counts as matching in my opinion.
Oh well, I'm just looking back at like every day. It's like, was her underwear matching? Fuck, I'm colorblind. I mean, like, shit. Just that's what I'm thinking right now. But Rose, you were saying something. I interrupted you. I did not mean to.
What was I talking about?
I have no idea. I don't know what you were saying.
Oh, us
just
going out to the bar, speaking. I'm negotiating what we're going to do later on tonight. He assumes that we're just talking in hypotheticals over here about things that he wishes would come to pass.
I thought we were talking about future relationships, what we were looking for.
I creamed him at air hockey.
You did.
Now
You
that's
did bring me there.
romantic. That's
I
a
know.
good sign.
So, did you make his wishes come true?
We're looking at each other's eyes right here.
Aww.
I don't know what wishes I had at that moment. I was just having fun.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
look what it resulted in. Okay,
I
okay,
mean,
so
it
but here.
was not expected or planned.
So next thing we're gonna do right quick is just a rapid fire game, and then we're moving on because we're in the second hour of the show right now. And I'm sorry I got it so late. Okay, so with that, this one's specifically for Rose. We're gonna do a quick round of Dirty Minds, and then we'll finally move on to some topics because this is when we're actually gonna speak our opinions, and just do our like kinky discoveries if that's what you want to do. Rose, number 1 through 4, pick.
4.
4. All right, you get 4. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
3.
3. All right. 3. Bingo. All right. So, guess what I am right quick? Guess what I am? Let's see. I get strapped on your big hairy beast.
Dog collar.
Hot, but no. Um, I get mounted by cowboys.
Saddle.
Too fucking easy for you. All right, too fucking easy. It's the saddle. So the last one was I get off in the barn.
Oh,
All right.
okay, yeah, that's
All right. So
milkmaid, right? That
with
was.
that, Graham, pick 1, 2, or 3.
Let's go 2.
2 pages, 1 through 10. Pick
7.
7 coming right up.
Mm.
All right. Let's see. Okay, here's one. I am dirty and used. Wow, that actually feels like me. But sorry, it's something else.
I mean, is this a sponge?
No, no. Let's see. You put off doing me.
Laundry.
Shit. See, this doesn't. When you play with kinky people, this game sucks.
I mean, didn't I win it last time we all played together?
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
It was a close
Okay.
second, though. Yeah, no, I remember. It was like a close second. Yeah, but yeah, the thing is, kinky people, we've already had that dopamine hit so many times. We can like completely remove our minds from the gutter if we want. Okay, so next, and Mephistopheles, I'm saving you for last. Next, Cole, pick 1 or 3.
3.
3, 1 through 10.
8.
8. All right, here we go. Here we go. 8. All right, that's too obscure. All right, so I was made for rubbing.
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you, Kel.
Oh, me.
No, not
Made for rubbing.
Yes.
I don't know, a crystal ball.
No, no, but not on the right track. But I want to put you away from that. Let's see. Here, I'll give it in a way that like you would like and understand. I can work your wood.
I can work your
Oh, okay. Nice. Good one.
You're
Good
good
one.
at these. You know this.
It's definitely a clue, but no,
Yeah.
that's kind of how the first guy said it to me when I said it to him. I was like, I could work your wood. And he's like, okay, great. Wasn't even like a ooh. It was like a get down there already. I was like, oh. All
I have no idea.
right, last one.
no.
Well, I picked this one for you because you're very good with your hands. Let's see.
Got
I'm
it.
good for.
More.
Let's see. I'm good for those who like it rough.
Is it sandpaper?
Holy shit!
Bingo. There it
Holy
is.
fuck! How are you? That one has not even been crossed off the list. That's a brand freaking. Okay, so these guys.
You
This is
number 2.
What I did.
this is
That's what I
why.
would pick. That's what that was what I would have picked was yeah. That's what it seemed like the answer was to me.
Okay, like my brain is totally in the gutter because I would have took me 20 guesses to get that. Okay, okay. So now, Nat, you have the last booklet, which is 1. Pick pages 1 through 10.
7.
7. All right, 7. In fact, I'm being told that All right, if you guys have the time, we can go longer beyond 10 if we want. I'm being told that something has changed in my IRL life, so I don't have to worry about that connection anymore. dance related stuff. Okay, so with that, yeah, it's like an actual newsroom here. Okay, so that was page 7.
You said
Yes.
actual newsroom, or when are you? Were you going to say this just in, and then whatever the thing is?
Like, let's see. I guess right now, this just
This
in.
just.
I'm 20 minutes late for the party, and I want to size a new dildo for the. I mean, sorry, for the new anal plug for my tail output. But the girl that I like is blowing kisses at me. What do I do?
I love it. Oh, I'm
Well,
so glad I'm here.
geez, if I was there with the girl, I'd actually tell her to keep blowing kisses at me because it makes me clench my asshole, which will keep the plug in.
Oof. God
Okay,
damn.
so okay, so here, gnats. Let's see what we got here. No, that one's too easy. You'll guess it in an instant. Okay. Here we go. All right, so it's done standing up or sitting down.
No, give me another.
Another clue. All right.
Yeah.
It's best when it's firm.
Ooh.
Couldn't you have given me the other one? I guess that.
Okay, I'll give you all the other one. I got to give Mephistopheles his, and then we'll actually go into some topics. I just want to break the ice because I know that technically you guys are all my close friends, but none of you guys have ever met because we all go to different kinky parties. So I want to
Yeah,
change that.
you're gonna have to give me the last clue. I'm stuck.
A dog does it on 3 legs.
Oh. Wait. Oh, peeing.
Not,
Right?
but technically yes, that would be an answer, but that's not the answer. It's a
Okay.
it's a non-perverted or non-kinky answer.
That just seemed I didn't think that was kinky. Okay.
Sorry,
It's done.
I'm into like winter sports and summer sports and water sports.
Got him.
It's done sitting down or standing up. It's best done firm. And a dog does it on 3 legs.
Mm-hmm.
I got sandpaper. I can't get this one. You're gonna have to tell me.
Okay, so this one is handshake.
Oh
Never would have got that.
no,
Yeah, no.
I was
Speed it up
clueless
when you shake
until the third hint. Then the third hint, I'm like, okay, well that's.
The worst part
But
is my dog knows how to shake hands. Like I have no excuse.
So, well, yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Sorry, but okay, are we all feeling kind of warm? We're all feeling kind of relaxed all together.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, Mephistopheles, this one's just for you. Ahem.
All
I
right.
do it on screen.
Okay.
I do lines all day.
Acting,
Not quite.
newscasting, reporting, weatherman.
All of these actually use this particular tool. Let's see. I can give you a virus.
You're talking about a computer programmer?
Holy shit!
Hacker?
It's yeah, the computer programmer. Yeah,
Hacker, yeah.
yeah.
Computer programmer.
No, that's it. Yeah. See, this is. Do you know what?
Lines of code.
I need
So-
normies. I need
Yeah.
normies because they won't get these. Okay, so with that, all right, the ice has been broken. Ice has been broken. So with that, guys, we're gonna now start the actual talking portion of the show. And again, let's have some fun here. Like, if you have a real opinion, don't be afraid of pissing anyone else off. Actually, give it. For example, an unpopular opinion of mine is that there are people that infiltrate the kink and swing, and also the poly and BDSM communities, just to get laid, just to break hearts. And it makes me very sad how easy it is for them to infiltrate because it used to be, and again, we're all like up below the age of 40, but like it used to be to where like you'd have to seriously search for these type of communities, and like
Mhm.
there was like like you speak to somebody and you could kind of know, okay, they're definitely in this for like the relationship, they're in it for the kink, it's just sex or whatever. But like there are people who like to pretend to be in polyamorous relationships or
Mhm.
pretend to be kinky just so they can get someone in the bed. It's like, oh, but the cross is over there. It's like, oh yeah, but I want to tie you down here. So like that's an unpopular opinion. It is something that I've seen happen quite often. So just don't be afraid of unpopular opinions. Also, I believe that words are words. I don't care for the N-word, but people can say it, whatever. Like I feel like if you have to say this is my race and therefore I have more experience in this or whatever, you're not making a great argument.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, let's start with just a couple of really kink origin stories, and then we'll get into some articles down below. So, long story short, my friends can vouch for me. I'm always wearing suits. I've been a business person all my life. I've always had to make a presentation and look my absolute best. So it was a complete and total surprise to me. And my stand-up routine consists of this: when I ended up chasing a partner out in the woods in the middle of the night, ripping off their clothes and having them against a tree, which actually got me into the kink community. Um,
Hmm.
Another thing that
Interesting.
kind of got me into the kink community is, and just to give it off a quick rifle, I was in high school. I was a goth. I was one of the only black goths in my country, hay bale, one horse, super cow farming town, to rebel. And me and my friends, without giving too many details, ended up having an orgy in their garage because we all loved each other. And because the preps, those are the kids, the rich kids over the hill who were being mean to us, made us feel bad, and we decided to get back at themselves while saying that we loved ourselves, and it was the first sexual experience I really ever had. So I got into kink because I got to be an utter monster to a woman in the woods, and because I had sex with all my friends at a really early age.
You should have been muted for that.
Oh shit! What happened? What happened?
Kale just sneezed really loudly.
Oh, seriously, are you guys having sex during the stream? I mean, that's completely fine, but
I was actually thinking about it.
Kale!
I was.
what? It'd be hot. I mean, like you could like fixture her in the right position and then prompt her with light thrust for answers. It sounds fun for everyone.
Well, I prefer to use the flog for answers.
Oh shit! All right.
It's more honest that way.
But yeah, there's my kinky origin story. Just my story is just that I gotten lucky. I found a bunch of redneck goths that were into black people and were also my friend. And I found a woman who wanted to be chased by a black guy in the middle of the night. And I've never gone back since. Like yeah. But Mephistopheles, I feel like the way that you do BDSM and kink is really, really interesting. I want to just, give you a quick minute to explain how you, like, what you started and what you're into, and then we'll move on to the other couples if they want to explain what they're into or just their dynamic.
Sure, absolutely. You're wanting the how I got into kink, or are you asking
Yes,
specifically
yes.
like what my specialties are?
How you got into kink?
So this is obviously it's a so what I was a teenager in the late 90s, and I think the most popular or most well known BDSM networking site, FetLife, didn't exist till 2008. So 2002, I found myself at a play party the week that I turned 18 because I went online, talked to the right people, I suppose, through like Yahoo groups and different instant messaging programs, and I found my local kink community, which was, I think, maybe 45 minutes away from my house was where the event was. I had to go to a munch first because back then the community, well, it's not one entity, but back then kink communities tended to vet was a thing which I wish would make a comeback, but that's a topic for another day.
Some do.
And
Like the party
yeah.
you ran into me at, that one wasn't vetted. But yeah, if I ever bring you to Charlotte, man, Grey Wolf will
Right.
vet you.
Yeah,
some
I
people
would.
Rose knows they'll vet you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wish because a lot of, and since I've been here, like I've noticed like most places don't vet, and I just wish that would come back. But that's a topic for another time, and that's a different soapbox that I'd like to stand on another time.
Oh,
But
I'll write it down.
but I went to this munch, and I guess I passed the sniff test. They talked to me, asked me, what I'm about, what it is I want to do, and I think a lot of it, like you had mentioned earlier, I think a lot of it was they were just trying to make sure I wasn't there to try and get laid easily. I think that was an 18-year-old boy joins the kink community. It's just like, I wonder what his intentions are. So
I can't blame him for feeling that way.
no, of course, yeah. And I presented myself. I presented myself truthfully, and I honestly said, "Hey, I've always known I was into this thing, and I've always liked this. The idea of power exchange and pain is great. This and this and this." And I went, and then that was a little bit over 20 years ago. I got my name. This is the interesting story. I think this is what you were wanting me to get at. So, kind of like in every sports team or whatnot, people don't get to pick their own nickname. The name is picked by everyone else. So, it's not like the Seinfeld episode where George is like, "Oh yeah, you should call me T-Bone." They're like, "I'm not going to call you that," and then they end up calling him like a different goofy name. You don't pick your nickname. My name was actually given to me because BDSM, the entire power exchange, the whole thing with DS or MS to any extent is that it's consensual between two or more parties, and you opt in or opt out of what you do and don't want to do. And none of this holds up in the court of law, but it's fun and a little bit more formal to write up a contract. And you write up the thing, they sign it, they review it, everything. I would write up very intricate contracts. People would say, okay, and then eventually there'd be a time would come where I'd catch them. It's like, well, you didn't consent to this, and it's like, that's right, I did. I guess we're doing this thing, and they'd be a little bit more turned on that I pulled a gotcha. So because I like doing that, and of course, like my intent wasn't always to set out to like trick someone, but sometimes it was a touche moment. So people in the community began to notice this, and I got named Mephistopheles after the Faustian legend. We've all heard of the deal with the devil, right? Sell your soul to the devil, Christopher Marlowe, Tragedy of Dr. Faustus. Anyone's read that book?
Yeah. Well,
No.
yeah.
You?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I don't know, but that's my kink origin story, and I've just been exploring and traveling from there. But that's where the name came from. Hello.
And that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. And and again, just so our audience gets to know each other better. So both of these couples which I bought, they are both in polyamorous BDSM relationships, and they did kind of give us like an origin to like how they started. It was like something like if they're comfortable with that. Nat, Kale, Rose, Graham, would you guys like to like go into detail about like how you entered into this unique lifestyle with the person that you're with right now, if you're comfortable with that? Because I'm pretty sure some of my audience members are like, wait. So you got a husband and a boyfriend, and the husband's away, or it's like, oh wait, you're in a polyamorous relationship, so you guys like see other people, like you guys are okay with that. The thing is, I
You
can
might
explain in a
mix up your
million.
couples. We're not married.
Oh, sorry.
Graham and I aren't married.
I think he was talking about me.
Yeah, sorry, I've got
Yeah.
your images backwards. Okay. So Nat is the puppy paw, Rose and Graham are the plant. Okay.
I did the same thing.
Yeah. But no, tell us how like if there was like a cheat code, which I know this is like a terrible term to use, to start off the right way, what would you guys even say? Like where would you even start?
Graham, do you guys want to go first?
Sure. I mean, for Rose and I wasn't looking for anything. I was just being myself, hanging out with other cool person that liked similar things to me, and then just ended up with that week-long date of, oh, we probably should do something else now.
Bonded over board games like true nerds.
Wait. So let me get this. So you weren't even looking, and you managed to match up with one of the freaking hottest girls in all of Charlotte. Like I know you guys aren't in Charlotte anymore, but no, really.
I mean, trust me, I was nervous about that fact after I was like, wait, you actually like me too? It's not just a one-sided thing going on here. But no, they appreciate me. I mean, they are. I believe you cannot speak their praises highly enough. So.
No,
Right,
I can't.
You've been wanting to tell this story for a while now. Now's your chance.
Wait,
here
I
you
already
go,
told
let's hear it.
half the story.
Okay, tell the other half.
Oh, by the way,
What other
Belkria,
half?
we see your comment there. Belkria in my chat says, my husband and I bonded over board games too. I need to go to more board game nights. That seems like where the people are.
I used to go on dating sites just to find more people for my board game group.
Oh, that is
it's
such a
we're
catfish.
not compatible romantically, but let's game.
Actually, I like that. You brought it back. I'm in. I'm sold.
I mean, getting a polycule is really the only way you can have a full D&D party.
I disagree with that.
Oh,
I disagree with that. I've had plenty of full D&D parties.
I've actually never been to a D&D party or a game night with people that I have not been romantically or physically involved with.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to. I don't know if that needs to change though. I don't think it does, but I just realized that. Nope, not one time. I
I
need to
mean,
like.
Game nights at your house are fun, Willie.
God, yes. Oh, it's I got another place, so we're gonna have some parties again soon, and it's gonna be done right this time. So looking forward to seeing you guys. I really do. But no, please, Graham, go on, go on. I'm making our audience anticipate greatly. So.
oh dear, what did I? No, I had to get my car fixed, and uh, Rose was friend of a friend that was in the area that day. So I was like, "Can you pick me up?" So we got picked up and drove on every side of town running errands for ourselves and other people, and ended up relaxing at a bar to just chill out for a minute.
An arcade bar.
An arcade bar. Oh, wonderful arcade
Ooh.
bar. But we ended up negotiating while sitting there between games of air hockey. I didn't know. I was just talking to, some cool person. And we ended up going back to my place so they could, drop me in my car back off. And I asked, like, hey, you want to watch, a movie or something? And me, being the lazy ADHD person I was, still had my laundry for the day piled up on my bed. So I spent 10 minutes folding laundry while they were hanging out, body doubling for me. And then they decided to lay down on the bed awkwardly to watch a movie. Like, I don't know how someone lays on the bed without their head on the pillow. And then I realized what was going on. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let's. It was not even on a pillow.
I fucking love you, Graham.
Oh, you were a foot and a half off the headboard, and I was like, that cannot be comfortable to stare at the TV at the foot of the bed.
You guys hear what's happening, right? This clueless guy, right, with this like bombastic like yoga chick, right, like who looks like a modern day like beautiful Mona Lisa, um, is like she's back at his place. And she's just creeping on him, and he's like, "Ugh, I'm noticing that my view of the movie is becoming harder to see because your head is in the oh, our lips are touching." Like, is that really what happened?
Yeah, that was what ended up happening,
Oh
And
and
then he pulled back and he's like, all right, so what are we doing tonight? Where can this go?
wait, what are the limits here? Let's make sure we get all those negotiated out. All right. I got all the prep stuff. All right, we're all good there. I mean, I got distracted halfway through. I pulled a Tim Curry and hopped us back a couple positions, dragging them around by their throat, trying to figure out where we were.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
that was my evening.
So it went to like 1 to 11 in like seconds, huh?
Oh,
I saw it coming.
apparently.
Oh shit. I'm doing this wrong, man. I'm doing this wrong. Like this whole looking for her thing is just that's not working. Yeah, I need to like just be more laid back like you, man.
Be yourself. That's what I did, and apparently it worked out for me a couple times. It's also blown up in my face a couple times because other lovely individuals will then go, "No, thank you, I'm not interested in you," which hurts.
You also have this horrible habit of, oh shit, you need help? I'm gonna sit here and let you talk and, be a shoulder to cry on with absolutely no ulterior motives here. There.
Yeah.
Build good rapport with people beforehand.
Yeah, the good rapport
We're on an ad
worked out
again, guys.
decently.
Oh, we
Uh,
are? We are?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all right. Here, in fact, I'm gonna pull up my actual console and see how long I have into another ad here. So just a moment, lovely people. But no, that sounds amazing. In fact, one thing issue that a lot of people fall into when it comes to just living alternative lifestyles is that they just immediately think it's going to be nothing but a sex frenzy. The fact that you guys do have those slow moments and that he's just good to you without the expectation of an immediate reciprocation of the negative feelings that you may be feeling is good. Yeah, no, they need to show more poly movies where they're just hanging out in a park, and just not like and which I love this movie. Blue is the deepest color. Great movie, but they needed more just casual, not sexy moments to
You mean
really sell the.
blue is the warmest color?
Thank you. That one. Yes.
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 Sorry, I don't want to be I don't mean to be that guy, but
You're not being that guy. You're properly informing my my audience. Thank you, Teddy Velour. Yeah, she's saying that I have ads too. I'm gonna check out my dashboard.
I haven't seen Blue is the Warmest Color. I should definitely add that to my list.
Check it out. It's not like I hate to say it. It's one of those movies where it sells you on the whole sex thing, but there's so much more there. Let's just say this movie is like Dark Souls the movie when it comes to just the emotional weight that you will toe watching this movie. Like
Okay.
it gets you in the clouds of like the beautiful sex scenes and the lovely lesbian romance, but there is something so dark there. So just I don't want to spoil it, but it is so human. It is so what we humans look like. It's such our deepest fear that like anyone who watches that movie purely thinking that it's going to be just two hot lesbians having sex, you are in for a ride, my friend.
See, I felt like that was one of the movies on the Bury the Gay list, which
We're back, and your
Wait
audience
a
is
moment.
probably so confused.
Oh.
Could you please educate me? What is the Bury the Gay list?
Yeah.
Oh, so there is a trope in media in which when there is a gay couple, lesbian couple, one of the couple always dies.
Oh, the Bury Your Gays meme. Okay, or not
Yeah,
meme, trope. Yeah.
that whole trope. And
I didn't know there was a
there's
list. I didn't know there
there's
was
a
a list of
list.
it. Really?
There's a list online of, like, hey, here are the ones you probably should avoid if you don't want to watch,
Really?
this
Okay.
romance fail because of death.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh shit!
I didn't know there was a list.
I'm literally
Yeah,
playing a
there's
video game right now featuring like a really cute Lolita type character, and I'm like, please
Uh-oh.
don't kill her, don't kill her, don't kill her,
Oh
don't kill her.
no. Are you playing a Lolicon Arrow Gay?
Well, I'm not playing an Arrow game, but it is a Lolicon music game.
Okay.
But it features like a tiny little girl who's stuck in a stuck in a magical world, not like a sexual thing, stuck in a magical world. But you know what? Fuck it. Like, here's another unpopular opinion, and then I want to hear the
Oh
rest
no.
of Graham's. No,
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Now people can like the media they want to freaking like, all right? But like, anime is freaking cartoon. Just chill the fuck out, bro. Like that's all I have to say. It's a cartoon, man. It's relax.
Mm-hmm.
People
And
who know what I
cartoons
mean know
can
what
be
I
for
mean.
adults.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But here, I don't want to ruin the rest of your story because I want to hear Nat and Kale's story as well. But just for the audience who isn't subscribed to the channel, which I'm sorry about that, guys. Like I don't ever ask for you guys to subscribe. But like if you're not subscribed to the channel, ads will come, and I'm sorry about that. We were talking about blue is the warmest color. Mephistopheles corrected me, which is a good thing to do. Long story short, this movie is more than just hot lesbian porn. There's a deep, heartfelt, very human. I would absolutely recommend story there. So like grab your lover, straight, gay, whatever, and watch this movie, and then appreciate the fact that you were not going to go through what these lovely people are going to go through. Appreciate the fact that your love and patience is what won out your happiness. That's all I have to say. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to ruin it. But no, please continue, Graham and Mephistopheles. Please continue.
Oh, I don't even know where we moved on to.
Oh, I was just offhandedly mentioning a movie, but no, just simply put, the way you guys met was utterly beautiful. The risk of sounding like really weird, I wish I was like a time traveling fly on the wall and could have enjoyed that from a distance. But I'm glad you guys blossomed into something beautiful.
I would love to rewatch that to where I can catch all of these signals that apparently were being thrown at me all day. I did not catch them.
Oh my god, I was so like what were we doing? We were like spraying for bugs or some shit. And so I had the hose hooked up to the poison, and I look over him, I'm like, turn me on. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yes, I'm making dirty jokes like that. And it just went straight over his head.
Okay. This is going to transition immediately into the how I found out I was poly, because I claim I'm asexual. Like apparently I'm sex positive asexual, meaning I am cool with having sex with someone who wants to have sex, but my brain does not go, yes, let's have sex. I just don't think about it. So I ended up looking at one of my earlier girlfriends being like, hey, apparently I'm not meeting your sexual needs. If you want to go out and date someone else, I'm cool with it. Just tell me, and stay clean, all that jazz, and yeah, have fun.
And then what happened?
Oh, they found out that they were monogamous, and we ended up breaking up because, different drives, different
You
expectations.
weren't meeting her needs. She wanted only one person that would meet the majority of her needs.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, man.
Oh, that was the first girlfriend of 18. It happens. I have moved on and learned different tactics and different things in life.
I see. Well, again, you're here now, and just again, what you have is respectable and enviable. But okay, next we're gonna move on quickly, and take your time when I say quickly. I mean just the transition will be quick. Nat, Kale, how did you guys get this interesting triangle that you have here? Like, was it an accident? Did you just wake up one day and you're like, I need a daddy to spank me? What happened?
I'm gonna let you tell the part of how we met, and then I guess I'll give some backstory on like how I ended up as pOLY, or vice versa.
Okay, well, I'll just start. So Nat and I met through some mutual acquaintance. We text back and forth a little bit, and found out relatively quickly that we both had a little bit of kink in us. Some of our text messaging might not be considered exactly appropriate. Our group of friends was obviously seeing something that neither one of us saw. We went out and had lunch together one day, and it seemed like our entire conversation was like the kink lifestyle. She read my tarot, and it said that we were a tarot, and it was like
It was all about love. It
And-
wasn't specifically anything about like us. Like I wouldn't have interpreted it that way, but it was all about like love and finding love. And like I pulled random cards. Like that's how tarot works. I did not make them string together like that. So,
but anyways, Nat wasn't feeling well. She came over to the apartment. She cuddled up next to me for like 2 freaking hours. We were on video chat with a friend of ours, and he made a comment like, "Y'all don't have too much fun tonight." We both looked at each other like, "Well, that was weird." And a couple hours later, we were in my bed for 3 days.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun when it's not quite expected beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it really wasn't like we were genuinely just friends. And I laughed when Rose made that comment about you, Graham, being like a shoulder to cry on. I too like emotionally damaged things. And
Hey,
not
good to
fit
be
that
honest.
bill.
Yeah. And he collects strays. All like his cats were strays, one of my dogs is stray. Like he collects strays, and I was definitely a bit of a stray at the time. I was coming off some rough stuff, and very emotionally damaged. And I don't mean this to say like he preyed on me. You definitely didn't by any means. But like there was I was pretty fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not sure how he fell in love with me. But yeah, we were both in like severe denial that we were falling in love with each other. And my husband and I were doing like a little bit of the pOLY thing of like sleeping with other people. And like I was not going to be happy in a monogamous relationship by any means. But you asked earlier like starting pOLY off on the right foot and like cheat codes. I can't give one because I didn't start it off on the right foot, because like I was like, I'm not gonna fall in love with anybody else. Like that's not gonna happen. Nothing
That's your
like
first
that.
mistake. First mistake, saying you won't fall in love.
Yeah, and then I did. And so my husband and I had to have some pretty hard conversations. But like the end of the day, nobody was willing to give anybody up. And like there was, negotiations about like how are we gonna make this work? All of that kind of stuff. Yeah, and at the end of the day, like I didn't want to lose Kale. I didn't want to lose my husband. He didn't want to lose me. And so we've made it work, but it was definitely, it was hard in the beginning. And now I live 3.5 hours away. So it's difficult, but we make it work.
3.5 hours away from which individual?
I live 3.5 hours away from Kale. I live, technically I live with my husband. I'm there more. As far as like getting started in kink, I kind of just always knew, like, I kind of just always knew I was into it. Like, I was never into vanilla sex. Like, I've never been big into porn either, but like, I totally like read smut, like, you know, teenager with hormones. And I was raised Christian. So, like, you know, you got to do something with all this hormones.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 20. So
Okay,
there
yeah.
is, there's 16 years between me and Kale.
Oh, whatever. Age differences, like a lot of the women of which I spend some time with, they're old enough to be my mother, and just whatever.
Now,
Yeah, that's
now
who
we're
we met you
talking.
with.
Yeah.
Like
Like that's
I see you two are also a man of culture.
Oh yes, yes. But here's what I'm getting at. Like the reason why I ask is because I wanted to make a small joke. So you're 20. You know, you're a young girl looking at smut. I think it's great that your smut was digital. Like for me, if I wanted to like watch smut in like fast frames, I'd have to use like a really old printer, and I'd have to print out multiple frames of a porno, and then just shove the papers back and forth like really quickly, in order for me to like get off. So I'm just saying that I'm envious that you were born in the technology age. Oh, by the way, don't hold on to that thought real quick. I got to do something real quick. So first off, we've got Raptor Graph here. By the way, Nat, Kale, Raptor Graph is the guy that you met, the host of the party you met me at.
We were actually just with Raptor earlier tonight.
Yeah, we've been talking to him already.
Yeah, we were with him tonight. Hi, Raptor.
Oh shit, you must have went to an event. Yeah, because you guys live down that way. That's right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Well, we went to it was like a slosh meet and greet type thing.
Yes.
I wish I could have gone. If I had known, I possibly would have gone. But Raptor here in my chat says, do you think that he has a white knight syndrome? Do you think you have a white knight syndrome, Kale?
Who, me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does. 100%.
That's not exactly a bad thing. It's only if you like put people into danger, then it becomes like a bad heroes complex. Okay, well, I mean that's okay. They're saying Griff, and then Kim is there too, saying hello. Kim is also there. And also, guys, happy to have you. Happy to have you. And to my lurkers, to the people watching, to the people sending questions to my audience here, you know, the people on my stage, to people that are just watching, the people using emotions, emotes. Thank you so very much for being here, guys. The show is not even close to being over or anything like that. Stick around. We're having a lot of fun here. You can ask my kinky people any respectable question. But please continue about your porn addiction, Nat.
My smut addiction.
Oh, I'm totally addicted.
Yeah, like I never read anything that was vanilla. Like I really quickly transitioned over to kink, and so like I think I just knew pretty off the bat that was what I liked. But it took me a while to find someone. Like my husband is kinky, but not to the same level I am. So it took me a while to find someone that I could really explore everything with. And you have a totally different story for getting into BDSM and kink.
So yeah, I guess for me, like my introduction into it was self-imposed. So like my first like real girlfriend that I had like in high school, like I went out and I bought like one of those little, you know, novelty beginner toy set things. And you know, just being adventurous, just being young and about halfway crazy. And we got to playing with some of these little toys and vibrators and stuff. And I was like, something about all of that, you know, putting her in handcuffs and making her squirm changed my whole perspective on sex.
Not that we support minors in kink. We don't, but that's his experience.
Well, yeah, that is true. Minors. I learned today that minors can't consent, but we were both minors at the time.
Yeah, but
so
disclaimer: we don't support minors in Kink. But
that is fine. We are anti-map here. Like again, do whatever you want with cartoon characters, anime characters. I don't care. Get yourself a doll. I don't care. But like leave actual freaking kids out of it. But no, I mean, dude, my first sexual experience was with a bunch of people. I was like 17 at the time, and we had some 16-year-olds there. We had some 18-year-olds there. I mean, it well, let's just be honest. People become sexually active, or at least sexually aware, or sexual leaning, way earlier than is comfortable. But at the same time, we don't support maps, so don't worry. No disclaimer needed. We know what you mean.
exactly.
It just
did we do it
concerned
100%?
me.
But
It
can we
just
support
concerned me
it?
that you said I learned today that minors can't consent. Like, what were you doing yesterday? I don't know. I just
No.
You said-
I'm
when you
I'm
said
just
I
saying-
learned today that minors can't consent, I'm like, ugh.
And
No,
really,
I was
we're
gonna let it go, yeah.
definitely no, and we're definitely not talking about like minors with other minors. More asking, more. Sorry, I just got like tongue tied. Not like minors with other, not minors with adults. Talking more minors with minors. Like we don't necessarily support two minors exploring kinkiness because it's really hard to stay risk aware as a minor because like you're doing
young
all
and
of this
dumb.
stuff. You're young and dumb.
Yeah, not only
But
that, but I can't even get it up unless there's coal all over their faces, personally.
right, like
So I got into this community as a minor, and not in a sexual way necessarily, but I was in a place where I could ask all the questions I want. So it was one of those, I have distinct memories of setting up a BDSM dungeon, and they rolled in this little cart, and I'm like, what's that? And they go, the first aid kit. And I'm like, why is your first aid kit so big?
This was as a
Like,
minor?
as
Wait
a
a minute.
minor. And I'm like,
Wait,
why do you have blankets in your first aid kit?
What play party and dungeon were you at where they allowed minors to show?
Well, okay,
I
the best
feel like I
answer.
really shouldn't answer that
no.
question.
Do
I
not.
know
Do
there's a
not.
group
No.
of people somewhere that just need to be in prison. I don't know. like someone.
So
who
here,
are
I'll be the
you?
one. I'll be the one to say it. I'll be the one to say it.
Ooh.
So again, simply put, we have to accept the fact. And again, this is not me. Like everyone's situation is different. Like technically, if things were done by the book with my friend's garage, like we'd all technically, even though I was 17 at the time, we'd all technically be in jail because we all had sex with a person who was a couple months older than us, who was also 18. Um, the plain and simple of it is, not everyone on Earth is exactly an angel, but there are times, and again, unpopular opinion, but it's the truth, where people who are under a certain legal age, which should be followed, and I'm saying that it should be followed, do happen at times to have positive experiences with people who are older than a certain legal age. And I'm not saying that that should be encouraged. I'm saying that
Well,
it does happen. It should totally not be encouraged, but it happens. And that's all she's saying is that she met somebody who wasn't malicious with their level of
yeah, I
access.
wasn't engaged in sexual contact with any of these people. It was one of those, I was in a place where I could ask questions and they would give direct answers to the questions that I asked. And I was also exposed to seeing BDSM dungeon equipment and toys and things at a much younger age than I probably should have.
And there's a specific charge for that. It's called aiding to the delinquency of minor. Just letting you know, it's not too late for any of us to go to prison. Just saying.
Oh well, then they can come and get me. Best memory I ever had was becoming closer with my friends as a high schooler. But no, I get where you're coming from. In fact, my uncle, who's not alive anymore, he took me to a just as a kid, he took me to a brothel just to see what was going on there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Assuming I'm not already on a watch list, I'll probably be on a watch list after this podcast. So.
Probably. And Rose, no, I didn't mean to say like minors. Like I got into kink as a minor. So did Kale. And I definitely don't disparage anyone who does. But like, if you ask me publicly, like, do I think it's a great idea for minors to get into the kink scene? I kind of have to say no because.
Kind of have to.
Well, no. Well, okay.
This is very. I'm sorry. I'm like clenching my jaw here.
No, no. Okay. So I get what you guys are saying. I really do.
I don't know if I want to be associated with these people.
They're good people, man. They're good people. You'd like them. Okay, so I get what everyone here is saying. In fact, Rose, one of the first instances, like if I had to really pick, was like I ran into like one of my parents' toys, and it was bigger than me. Yeah, and I eventually grew up and figured out what that was. Like, all I have to really say about that is, no, I get what you guys are saying. Like, we shouldn't like be encouraging people who have no clue of this community to engage in it, if they're of a certain age. But I'm just gonna clear the air right now. I'm gonna put down my I'm the leader of the show foot and say, we get what you guys are, yeah, we get what you guys are saying. You guys are not saying anything malicious. We love the fact that you're willing to share this with us. There's this one girl that you guys have actually met, very popular redhead. She she got started with a not so good person at the age of 14, but she is now an extremely popular person within the kink community who prevents other people from engaging at such a young age. By the way, there are some comments here that we need to go over right quick, but just I'm putting my foot down. Um, Kale, Rose, I get what you guys are saying. You guys are not saying anything malicious or hurtful. I think it's good that you guys receive knowledge in a, let's say, ideal way, and not in the, worst case scenario, House of the Damned type of way. Um,
You
and
got it.
yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Simply put, shit happens. Last but not least, if there was a person I'd like to get, it'd be my babysitter. My babysitter got me at 8, man. My female babysitter ruined my innocence, and not in a fun way, at the age of 8. I would
Oof.
trade I would trade that for a kindly 18-year-old letting me have fun in his garage. So
Okay, yeah, that person goes straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Heard that.
yeah, they've been dealt with, let's say. But yeah, so just put my foot down. No one has said anything malicious. Rose, I'm glad that you were properly informed about why and the importance of a health kit would be good in a BDSM environment. Um, Kale, Kale, I get you speak just like I speak, so I totally get why you would say that. Yeah, it's kind of like something people say, so I learned today. But we're gonna move on from that because I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. But no, should minors be in kink? No. Are there people trying to purposefully, publicly push for minors to be in kink? Yes. Should these people be stopped? Yeah. But do kids, and this is my final word, do kids trip into sexual situations and sometimes are sexually awakened at unusually uncomfortable early ages? Yes. Is that something we should be encouraging? It's not like something we can really stop, but yeah, they develop fucking early. Like that's just it. So we'll move on. We'll move on because if anyone's uncomfortable, that's fine. We're gonna read some comments right quick. First off, guys, you're gonna hear a funny voice because I gotta introduce myself to some new viewers here. We're in a house of 13, which is freaking awesome. So just ignore this right quick. Do you guys know the Radio Demon from Hell of a Boss?
Oh, absolutely. Alistair? Yeah, he's my favorite character in the
Yeah.
show.
How about you, Nat, Kale? You guys know of that guy?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, fair
Sorry.
enough. How about Rose, Graham? Do you guys know it?
Graham does, I don't.
Okay. Well, here you go. Here you go. A little icebreaker right quick, so I got a new viewer here. Hello, everyone. So, Radio Demon here, Satan Horns. I just wanted to let you know that we are all enjoying this podcast. I wanted to thank you and to the 13 viewers out there right now, enjoying every second of the show, learning about poly and kink culture, and also learning that, yeah, people can get kind of weird and develop early. Anyway, we got two viewers here. We have Raptor, we have Teddy Valor, Bell Korea the Bard, and also War Dancer in our chat. We want to thank you guys very much, and I'm going to give you just a little song. Thank you for watching. The show's not over. Just stick around. The voice changer isn't working. I sound ridiculous. Holy fuck.
In other words, this sounds better. In other words, thank you guys.
And also, this was the Radio Demon voice that I actually wanted to use. I just have to perk up my voice a little bit and use a bit of a voice filter. So sorry, I know I sounded utterly dumb and stupid. But hopefully my friends who are currently in my chat will not curse me. So with that, we're going to continue on the show. I wanted to again say thank you to Raptor and also to Brat M.
Brad M, thank you for being here tonight. Also, Raptor, invite me to more stuff, okay?
All right, sorry about that, guys. I do use voice changers and autotunes to greet my audience. I just wish it was on for the first half because you guys were probably sitting there going, "What the fuck?"
I was a little confused, but I'm rolling with it.
Absolutely. Very confused for a hot minute.
Sorry.
You're adorable.
I just like being entertaining. I just like being entertaining. Okay, so I do have a statement here from War because he will freaking like shut down my channel if I don't read this comment. War says that well shit. Well, I said I was gonna read it. Okay, the legal age of consent in North Carolina is 16. It used to be 13. Holy shit. When I was a young person living there, 18 is not the cutoff age. Yes, but for the sake of Twitch, because I am not a hot girl with huge tits, we're gonna say 18. But at the same time, because I refuse to be censored, kids be getting horny, okay? Like just that's how it is. Sorry, just uncomfortable. They do. It shit happens, and we just need to do our best to protect them until they reach a certain threshold, and then like good luck. Use condoms, and you know.
I don't know.
Yeah. So okay. So here we'll move on to our first article for tonight. Are we all cool, guys? Are we all cool? Do we need some funny voices to lighten the mood a bit? Cause I got tons.
I think we're good, but I think there's some questions in the chat.
Oh shit.
Are there
Okay.
questions?
Oh, actually there is. Raptor Graph has a question. I think for Rose and Graham. I'm not sure. They ask, "Are you poly-tri?" Which is
Good
triad,
question.
short for triad. Are there any polyamorous triads here?
Not on our end.
Alright,
Polyamorous triads is in like all three people with each other.
I guess so. Raptor can illuminate and but let's see here. And then so late I was asking to apologize. K asking. I'm not here. I don't know what you mean, Raptor. You'll have to go into more detail. And then we've got a statement from Brandon C here saying human nature to explore and explore. Okay, yeah, you spelled it right. War, thank you for the update. But here, we'll move on to our advice column section. We all good?
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
Perfect. But I will do this one because I'm kind of writing a skit. So guys, imagine dying, right? And then like you hear this voice.
Yeah.
Hey guys. So hold on.
Same.
Hey guys, welcome to heaven! So actually all the religions were wrong. All you need to do is eat a banana and you automatically get in. But not too many people have the right levels of potassium, but you've all made it. Way to go. Yeah, no, I wish there was something more, but there's not. You know, but those apple eaters, straight to hell. Straight to hell. In fact, if you ate an apple last, better find a banana buddy or you're not gonna get up here with us.
Alright, I'm done. I just play with that thing all night. I'm done.
I love it. I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
All right, so with that, let's see here. So the first article I want to go into, because I think this is pretty unifying. There's an article that says r/relationship advice. Or actually, no, it's r/BDSM advice is the last link I put in there. It says, can I use a butt plug with multiple partners? I'm gonna pull that up on screen and read it out loud, and then I want you guys to give me your opinion on it.
I mean, from the hip, please clean the thing. That is all I can hear out of the.
Yeah, no, that's
Is it made out of silicone rubber or is it made out of metal?
well. Here, I'm gonna read it out loud, and no, that's a great point.
This is something I've noticed whenever we've done these Reddit questions before. Someone will ask a question but give the bare minimum amount of information, and it's like we need more information to answer this. Remember that before we would answer the questions like, "Hey, my girlfriend and I are in a relationship. We have this issue. How do we fix it?" It's like, okay, how old are you? Do you live together? How long have you been together? Like, what we need more info. So
I would agree.
I don't know. That's just
That's not a bad take. Not a bad take at all. Dude, I hate the other week. Okay, here's something I said on my channel. I said that men and women were different on my channel, and like Mephistopheles like, man, that's a spicy take, and I'm like,
that's a hot take.
Like, dear God, why is that a spicy take?
That is a flaming hot take. Searing. Oh
As
wow.
an indie, I will 100% say that is a hot take.
Yeah, and what about the other 84 genders? You know,
I mean,
no.
I
Full
identify
spectrum.
I identify as a never ripening banana then. Just
Spicy.
forever green. Okay,
Just
so here.
scalding hot.
Okay, so we're having a quick ad break right now. So right now only my subscribers can hear us. I'm gonna see where we're at when it comes to the ad break. It'll take me just a moment. Okay, so we're gonna wait just another minute while ads go through. But no, overall, I actually like where the conversation is going. In fact, like when you guys are more comfortable, I would love to actually go into more detail because like I have plenty of just weird, unusually young sexual experiences that that should not have happened but did.
You're really fixated on this now. I'm sorry about that. I
No,
didn't mean to
it's
steer the
I think
conversation that way.
it was 100% my fault. Like, yeah, like I definitely had some like abnormally young experiences too, like good and bad. Like, and obviously, like I can't say much about age differences because there's 16 years between me and my partner. But yeah.
I was once a Pegasus for a couple in a wonderful part of North Carolina. I won't say where though, because they're part of my comedy, where this woman was a grandmother of at least five, but she looked 35, but she was definitely like 55, 56, and I was basically her boyfriend.
Hot.
And it was for me just like the husband was great. The husband was
Hot.
great, but the husband would be like, "Oh, thank God you're here. Please fuck my wife." And I'd be like, "Yes, sir." But no, I was basically her boyfriend. I go on dates with her. For me, age difference is only a thing after a certain age. So like, she, let's just say it was more fun than
Yeah,
like training her.
100%. That's definitely where I land on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like that thin line you've got to walk of like, did we all participate in kink as minors? Yes. Do I encourage minors to participate? No, but like, did I do it? Yeah. So like, where's my leg to
Ooh.
stand on? You
So
know?
so chat is popping off right now. They're like, "Oh, this
Oh
is healthy to
man.
talk about. Like, we want to talk
The,
about
the
it."
chat the chat is just full of FBI
Oh,
agents.
Oh.
They're just
I think my
waiting to
connection was
raid.
struggling there.
But here's the thing about that and again I do not want to disparage any young people in the audience or whatever. Um it was a lot more fun dating older people just because they knew what the fuck they were doing. Like I enjoy young and inexperienced too, or just young as well. But no, there was something about like taking a woman and be like, "Baby, I'm gonna show you everything," right? She's like 10 or 20 years older than me, and then like she gives me a fucking ride. And I'm like, "Holy shit!" Like, wait, no, I'm in charge here. Am I in charge here?
Hot.
So, but okay. So with that, I'm gonna read this quick article because I picked this one because I think it's something we can all just kind of agree on right quick. It says, "Can I use a blood plug with multiple partners?" And I'm gonna do this in the funny voice because I don't take this guy seriously at all. Um, so
Well,
here
he's on Reddit, so that's your first cue.
yeah, true. So here we go. Here we
Wait,
go.
can you use a what with multiple partners?
Butt plug.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, no, this is something we would agree on. So here it says, "Hi, I own a butt plug from a previous relationship. God damn it. Burn that thing. Let's see. Now I want to use it for my new sub. That's 2 sentences in, and I'm already wanting to kill this guy. Let's see. The last time I used it with my ex was roughly a year ago. It was washed and cleaned with a toy cleaner. Just buy a new one. Let's see. Do I have to clean and prepare it in any other way so I safely use it for my new sub? 2 plug is made of 100% silicone."
All right, Peanut Gallery, my friends, what do you think?
Buy a new one.
Buy a new one.
They're not that
Yeah, absolutely recommend buy a new one. If you're a complete broke bitch and it did not have any attachment to the other person, like I guess it's okay,
Oh
but
my God,
still
Graham,
weird.
cuss some more. Cuss some
I
more.
don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
I
don't be
lost my
sorry. I
filter
think
there.
that's the first time I've ever heard you cuss. Ever.
Absolutely not. You have absolutely heard me cuss before.
Oh, well,
We
then
have been in the same room when spicy activities were happening.
then it does something
You've
to me.
absolutely heard the one.
I gotta pull down my vest, man. That made my shirt
Ooh,
come
that
up.
that is.
Ugh.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I strongly agree with buy a new toy. Like we replaced You've replaced pretty much everything.
I have replaced everything.
Yeah,
Not pretty much.
no, yeah, everything from his last girlfriend. Like, don't be cheap. No.
You keep it. I mean,
So
I don't know how you kept it.
this has been inserted inside you. We used it regularly as play with you. It is now yours. Keep it. I'm not going to use it with anyone else.
Yeah, no, like
You know?
Well, yeah, but my last relationship, it ended in not the most best
Gotcha.
of ways. So I just pretty much got rid of everything.
So maybe that's why he kept it. But like, still, get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Get a new one.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that expensive. Like, just replace.
No, it's not that expensive.
Guys, I just got a great idea. Let's rent out a
Um,
batting cage and then get all our old toys that we don't use anymore and just whack the shit using safety goggles and a bat.
Yeah, but they're already gone.
Shite.
Yeah, no, it's.
I don't keep them for keepsake.
Yep.
So
when partner leaves, they leave with toys, or those toys are quickly disappearing.
Yeah, I think
So-
the only like crappy toys we still have hanging around here are like maybe there's one or two stuffed in a drawer that like the dogs chewed up. So
So we got a statement here from Brad NC in my chat. It says, "Don't be cheap, buy a new toy." And then Raptorgraph, for you guys that know who that guy is, he says, "So your toys are not pOLY."
I mean,
that's a good way
I
to do
have
it.
I have toys from me that I can do with what I want to do with, but they're also toys that I have for a partner, and that is all they're used for.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
100%.
I wouldn't toy swap. Like, even if I was in an active polyamorous relationship right now, I would not toy swap. I was just one for Amanda and one for Amelia. And why are you both named A?
Of
And Abigail, get over here.
There is that thing where you could take poop from a healthy person and put it in an unhealthy person, and it changes their microbiome.
Yeah,
Grey's
it's called
Anatomy up in
it's
here.
called a fecal transplant.
That is true, but like, are we doing like, do we want to do a northern fecal transplant or a southern one? Oh, by the way,
I don't know.
Just
That's
because
that's a hot take.
I mean,
Throw all your toys out and start new every time. That's what you do.
I mean, I do think that like okay, if it's like a tri-poly, right? Like Kale and I are we're trying to date right now. So like a partner for both of us, right? Toys get swapped around there, right? But do I use the same toys with my husband that I do with Kale? No, I don't. Like I don't do that. And as far as like throwing out all the toys, like I think you only had a few left to throw out.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
But yeah, I don't think that I would have wanted to play with them. No.
Sorry, it's just I'm laughing right now because like in polyamorous relationships, eventually you have to meet your partner's partner, right? And just imagine like a guy like opening the door and like mist comes into the room, right? And he says, "Brother, we've been pegged by the same hole, or sorry, the same dildo. You're family." Just gives him a big hug, but keeps it above the waist, because of trauma.
Interesting.
Sorry, I'm pro pegging. I find I want to normalize pegging. Sorry.
Isn't pegging though like extremely common at this point? I remember reading something a while back that said that like 30% of all heterosexual married couples own a strap-on, and that's 30%. That's of people who are surveyed, so the number's higher. That's just of the people who admitted it. You see what I mean? It's probably 40 or 50%, maybe higher. I don't know.
That is so surprising.
That number seems slightly higher than I would expect.
30% is huge.
I think
300 plus million people in the United States. I mean, alone, that doesn't count everywhere else. I don't know. That's a lot to think about.
I think those are rookie numbers. I think we need to get those numbers up, personally.
Raptor has another question.
Oh, okay. Here, how about you read Raptor's question?
Okay, sorry. My eyes are just on the chat.
Are you gonna do it in the voice? Are you gonna do it also in a goofy voice too?
I don't think I could mimic Raptor's voice if I tried. It's very distinct. So I think I'm just gonna do it in mine. All toys. Okay, so I guess talking about replacing toys. All toys are just insertables. What do y'all think? I don't know.
Look
Definitely
up
Definitely insertable.
look up the
90
ball though.
90% of 95% of my toys and equipment are not designed to be inserted, although in theory 100% of everything on the planet can be inserted if you're brave enough.
I mean, I have played with a bubble wand before. That is some thin plastic. Yeah, no, that is not going anywhere.
Technically,
I
you can
no
insert
longer
it.
live near my Lifestar ER doctor. I don't want to insert most of my toys.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, that's.
I think insertables definitely get replaced. Other stuff I don't know. Like Kale had a Sibian before I met him, so I was
Very
just kinda,
nice. Amanda
yeah,
Coulter.
and
I see.
yeah. I mean, like
Okay.
I would love for him to have still had that thing when we got together. Like, unfortunately, he didn't. We now have a new toy, a new machine, but like
Nice.
it would have been used on other girls, and I wouldn't have minded that.
Oh, by the
So
way,
I
guys,
guess
I just want to let you guys know, I have started here. Let me pick the right one. For you boys and girls, son of a bitch, I need to learn how to flip this switch. For you boys and girls that are out in my chat right now, I just created a poll for the next 5 minutes. Let's know what you do with your sex toys if the categories meet with you. If not, let us know what you do inside of the chat. I can't wait to hear exactly how hell is watching you. Alright, done. Continue.
Go ahead. You were saying new toy, Sibian, something?
yeah, like we
No, our new one isn't a.
our new one isn't a no, but it is a new machine. But like, if he still had that Sibian that was used on other girls, like, but new attachable.
New attachment, right? Yeah.
Right.
The actual motor and stuff, like, you're not going to throw that out. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And something like we've been thinking about getting like a violet wand or
Very
something.
nice.
You know, something like that. That definitely wouldn't be something that I would dispose of just because we broke up. I guess at first when I heard toys, I'm thinking dildos and vibrators and stimulators like that. And yes, those things I would get rid of and just buy a new one.
That's why I was confused when you were saying, like, oh no, throw it out. I'm like, I've used the same violet wand kit for what?
But yeah,
15 years now. Like, I'm not throwing that. I'm not throwing out all my attachments to the violet. You got to be crazy. Like, no.
Yeah,
40 attachments for my violet wand kit. I'm not throwing it out. No way.
And insertables, like I just buy new ones for my new partner. The old partner can take those things with them, or I will get rid of them on my own, one way or the other.
In my mind, if it goes inside you or you get your biological fluid on it, it's yours.
Yes.
Otherwise, yeah, no, you can keep it, do whatever you want to do with it later on.
Jeez, just think of the return policy.
These are all interesting takes.
Well, I mean, everyone's a little different. Like, for example, if I'm fluid bonding with my partners, let's say I'm in a closed polyamorous triad or quad, and I'm fluid bonding with my partners, then the sex toy bin is the sex toy bin for everyone. Like, but for all fluid bonding. But no, if I'm like, if I've got like separate partners, we live in like different houses. Like I have like a live-in polyamorous partner, and then if I've got a home cat partner and then an outside cat partner, and we're using different sex toys, and just stay safe, just keep them separate. I'm just like thinking how ripped you guys are. So it's like using these plug and play sex toys. Oh, by the way, Brad and C, I didn't want to skip your comment. She says that she has an entire bag of toys at the bottom of a river. Hold on, let me see here. Let me see exactly what she said. Don't need to discuss this. Oh, I have a bag of toys at the bottom of a river. Much money to replace. Hey! I really hope you're joking. Okay, that's it. Brad is bradding me right now. I hope she's kidding.
Now my cat.
Yeah. I'm the alley cat.
So you said fluid. I don't know. That just seems.
Fluid
I guess
bonding.
maybe I have the hot take, but like, if I invite you over to my house and I serve you a cup of tea, and you drink it. The saliva from your mouth went on the edge of my cup. I'm not gonna just throw away the cup. You see what I mean?
Okay,
That's your
type of
body.
fluid.
Well, you said bodily fluid. You didn't specify. That's why I thought like, So what would be the equivalent is you have a ball gag. You put it in someone's mouth. Okay, well now there are fluids on it. You see what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
I
tend to
was
be a little more squeamish about, fluids from like the southern part of our bodies.
Well, there's
yeah.
the way that I use ball gags. There's definitely a lot of saliva flowing. So, like if I had to throw every single one out, that would just be, I don't know, it'd be wasteful, I suppose.
You make a good point,
I think
actually. You make a great
Yeah.
point about that. Yeah, ball gags.
Yeah.
I get that.
I'm a huge fan of submissives buying their own toys. So if there is a toy that you want to play with that is going to intimately connect with you, buy your own as a submissive.
Yeah, no, it's
No.
if the ball gag is going to be in someone's mouth enough times for long enough, it's like, nope, that is that person's now. You have used it as much as I need to see it used to be attached to you.
Okay, so if we were all to meet together, right, and under the right circumstances and negotiations, we would all be like, we just need a chart. Like, let's say we were all to play together, right? And this is a hypothetical, of course. I'm not making an assumption for anyone. Let's say we were all to play together. We just need a giant chart going, okay, the Pickle Rick strap-on has been inside of myself, so Graham doesn't like the swap, so it looks like only I get the Pickle Rip strap-on. Let's see, Mephistopheles' vacuum tube has now been used on Rose. So
No.
I guess that no.
Let's just cover them all in condoms.
I mean,
yeah, that's what
Yeah, okay.
Raptor Griff said that they do, and for like communal stuff, I agree, cover it in condoms. But like, I guess I would just ultimately want to know if my partner wants me to get rid of the old toys. Like, are they comfortable?
By the way,
I guess I just want to know what the material, like when you read the Reddit post, they didn't say what
silicone.
material the plug was made from, and that's been my question this whole time: is what material is it?
They did. It's 100% silicone.
Thank you.
Is it medical grade silicone?
No clue.
Yeah, I mean, if
Cheap sex store silicone.
Okay, then no, throw it away. If it's medical grade silicone, that is literally designed to be non-porous. That's the whole point of it. Is it's non-porous and doesn't. Yeah, that's the idea.
I'm loving this. I picked the right people. You guys are perfect for this.
Just buy a new one. Just trash it. Give it to the dog. Whatever you need to do to give
it to the dog. Nice.
Fido,
Hey,
no.
That has happened to us recently.
Yeah,
I didn't give it to him.
I've definitely lost some toys to dogs and ferrets.
It's like, Rover, you don't have a prostate. No.
No, he ate it.
That's a dark joke. That's a dark joke. Okay, so here we got some comments coming in. Brat says home and alley cat. She says not kidding. She pissed off an ex and apparently he threw all her sex toys in the river. War says all this freedom and again too many rules. Well, that's the thing. Like a lot of people think of BDSM, kink, and poly as just I can do whatever I want. And let me tell you, if you don that attitude, you will be lonely very quick.
Poly especially.
What's that?
Oh, there's so much communication.
Yes, and you have to set rules and you have to set boundaries. And the same with BDSM, it's not functional and not everyone is going to be as happy as possible if there aren't boundaries and rules that have been gone over. Like, yes, there's a freedom to it, but there's rules.
And even for example, like when it comes to that, oh shit, I forgot my point. Go on. By the way, the poll is up. I'll let you finish your comment because I forgot what I was gonna say.
I view it as my partner can do whatever they want to. It's my choice of what to do with the information they provide me. Because if they want to make some bad choices, then that's their right. I can't be upset that they made the bad choices. I'm just going to change my choices to fit what I think is the best option, safest and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you have as much, autonomy as I do to make your decisions and to be with who you want to be with. But if my boundaries get crossed, I might remove myself from that situation.
Absolutely. I've requested of all of my poly partners that don't bring anything home, have fun, do what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
My poly partner at the time, literally, like, she grabbed me by the cheeks, right? She looked into my eyes and says, "Listen, I love you, but you gotta stop fucking twos." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll raise myself up to like a 5 or a 6 because I used to have like a lot of recreational fun, and it was just fun, but the people I chose were not of the best quality. Now there are some quality people, and they know who they are. They fucking know who they are, hardcore. But no, there were times where like I bring home a stray and my partner would be like, "Listen, I love you. You can do whatever you want. I'm glad that you're safe. You use condoms. You're quiet. You don't make a lot of noise. You do all these wonderful things. But if you bring home another fucking two, I'm gonna smack you down." It's
Okay,
like
don't talk too bad about us strays, okay? We become really lovable.
oh no, you no, mine were strays.
I think I remember. I think I remember this conversation when they were saying you're better than this. You need to stop. You need to stop banging twos. You were just going through like all these slump busters, and it's like, why? Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah,
There's
it's like
alley cats and then there's gutter cats.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Terrible.
Alley cats,
Always.
nice. Gutter cats, I won't go back. Like once you go gutter cat, you can definitely come back. Come back, brother. Just come back. Um, okay, so here we just got done doing a poll. We're gonna see the results of this poll, and we'll move on to the next Reddit thing. Okay, so only 2 people voted in the poll, and the winner of the poll was "Don't be cheap, buy new."
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Don't be cheap, buy new. Okay, so here, we're gonna move on to the next item that we have here, and I'm gonna let you guys decide. I put up at least, I think, 3 or 4 different articles. Okay, 4. Okay, 4. Wait, no, that's my Twitch. Okay. So the things that we can talk about next, and again, Rose, you're an extremely worldly and inquisitive person. Graham, you are too. So like, don't be afraid to fill in more. Like you did fill in before. I'm just not hearing a lot from that particular channel over there. Also, Cole, I'm barely hearing you too. Sorry, Kale. I just like Nat King Cole. He's a good artist, and I think of you guys as like beautiful music. Okay, in fact, I've heard you. You are beautiful music. So, just
Yeah, sorry,
Kale.
I'm a chatterbox. I will talk all day. I don't mean to monopolize.
So the next one we have here, and again, I'm just gonna select 3, and you guys can pick the next one we talk about right quick. And by the way, Brat, seriously, I love the fact that you're staying up with us. I hope that we're interesting for you. That means a lot to me. It really does. So we have poly advice, moving out for somebody. So somebody in a polyamorous relationship and they're contemplating moving out. We have relationship advice. I want to explore my sexuality, but I don't want to hurt my partner's feelings. And then we already did the butt plug one. There's my Twitch. Then we have BDSM advice. Is it okay for a Dom to be a bit subby sometimes? So there's
That's the one you want to do, isn't it?
Okay,
Well,
that one
okay.
I have feelings about.
Yeah, me too. But you go first.
oh well here let me read the article then. So there's
Yeah.
5 of you. All right, my vote doesn't count. I have the double
Yeah,
horns. I've
I
already
don't
made
know
my
this
choice.
article.
So this is an article and it says is it okay for a Dom to be a little subby? So you guys want to go with that?
Okay. Sure. I didn't read the article.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna read the article. Gonna get that sucker up there. Moment. Try to get it back up. Gonna put on just a little bit. Oh, I hate you, computer. Like, why do you have to fight me some days? Just a moment, guys. Gonna put on a little bit. There we go.
Fly me to the moon, where we steal the rocks and stones. I can't get this thing to show what I want it freaking to. There we go. In other words, I lost my computer sets. But in other words, it freaking hates me. La 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 la. Almost done with this bad transition. Do 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 do.
Okay, we're done.
You will never be boring, just so you know.
Ah, well, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually my worst fear. If I could have a heartfelt moment with 5 of the people that I have very close relationships in this chat with, my worst fear is legit being boring. I seriously have nightmares where I'm sent to jail for being too boring. but also, yeah, it's like, and how about that guy in the back who came to witness the trial? Yeah, let's send him to ass pounding jail for being boring. I'm like, no. But just I never want people to look at me and be like, you're not even worth the time to talk to, So insecurity. There you go. A little vulnerability. I'm gonna flog myself later. Man up. Okay, so let me find that article.
Would you like me to paraphrase the article for you?
Oh.
No, I enjoy reading, meddling through it. But here, I'll hurry up. If you guys are in a hurry, I'll hurry up. What the? Hang on a second, guys. Let me. Weird. Did we lose a window? Yep, I think we lost a window. That's video capture, window capture. That's window capture one. Okay, we've got two versions of my Discord up. Why is that? Ah, okay, that explains it. Hang on a second, guys. Um, it's subby sometimes. Open link in tab, open a window, copy link address. Here we go. For some reason, it gave me the Discord. Ah, you've got to be. Okay, okay, hang on. That's why I was singing the transition beforehand.
Non pacem Domine, non pacem Domine Deus nostris, non pacem Domine.
Okay, we're back. And I'll think of a funnier song to sing next time. Boring jail ass pounding doesn't sound too bad. Well, of course you would like that, Bill Korea. Welcome back. Like, I love it when you're in my chat. Okay, so, here, we're going to read some more comments, and then we're going to go over the article, and I'll read it quickly. Okay, team?
Sounds good.
Oh, by the way, how does the auto-tune sound on your end?
I like
Not,
it.
yeah, it's not bad at all.
Okay, perfect. So here we have so Raptor Glyph is saying this conversation is way better than the ones at the Munch. Hey, I'm honored. I hope to one day have a Munch on stream, for my own stuff. Let's see here. So Fire and Ice are moving some more towards emotional monogamy. Definitely not physical monogamy. I guess we are just non-monogamous. You guys want to respond to that?
I mean, there's definitely different types of non-monogamy. Like I think polyamory tends to it tends to be more about the love aspect as well, and like emotional connection. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That is usually the distinction. Non monogamy is a really good term for people who are just doing things outside of their main relationship, like a single established relationship, which can be lovely and very healthy, but there are ways that non monogamy has gotten an unethical name and feeling.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like there's non-monogamy and there's poly, and poly is I think much more the inclusion of like multiple romantic relationships, where non-monogamy might just be sexual, which is fine too. Like they're both great valid options. But I do agree that that's kind of where the distinction is.
I would say, thank you, Raptor. Thank you for your question. Okay, and then Belcree is like boring. Okay, we read that. But Raptor Glaff, but labeling others kinks is folly. Yeah, let people label themselves. And sometimes a label can even ruin it. Like there's some people's like, don't box me. I want to be a free animal spirit or whatever. Belcree the Bard says, y'all still need Jesus. Listen, Jesus, since I was 8 years old, has had 8-pack abs, leaning against the biggest piece of wood I've ever seen, looking like he is utterly flushed for a second round. All right, like
Okay.
it's his fault. It's his fault. I'm this way. Um, Belcrea also says, and why, of course you would like that, Belcrea. I mean, you're not wrong. Well, yeah, no, I like seeing you in my chat, Belcrea, because like it's like you're sitting there with me and like I feel really close. Like I always love seeing your name pop up in my chat. I need to pop up in your chat more. Same thing for Teddy, War, all the muffins, like so many other channels. Thaddeus, Sarcastic Ginger Bear, G. I love seeing you guys. So here's the article. I will read this with some tact.
Oh, wait,
And
I want to throw something in real quick.
yeah, let's do it.
Because it was the most popular depictions of Jesus was the boyfriend of, I think it was Michelangelo.
What? Okay, I'm looking this up right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's a hot Italian, gay boy is who Jesus, the popular depictions of Jesus nowadays were based on. I really want to make sure I get that detail correct in there, but yes, it was a gay man.
That seems.
I'll just type in Jesus gay man, and this will be fine, right?
Yeah. Oh God.
Nothing spicy, and I have safe search
Well,
off.
okay, yeah, no, it was. I
If you can
forgot
find-
which one of the painters.
If you find the picture, I'll be more than happy to show everyone.
I'm gonna see if I can find this real quick.
Okay, well here
Go for it.
So this is actually a short article. I'll read it in my regular voice, unless like one of the ladies wants to take it. In fact, you can. But we like to read articles all the way through. If none of the ladies want to take it, then I'll read it only because I think it'd just be funnier in a woman's voice, even though not all women are subs and not all subs are women.
I'd love to hear more of Rosa's pretty voice.
All right. So, is it okay for a dom to be a bit subby sometimes? Takes a giant deep breath. Okay. So I've been in a relationship with girlfriend for quite a bit now. Even though I'm the dom in the relationship, I do have a bit of a mommy kink. I'm not saying I want to be completely dominated, but I like the feeling of being a bit needy sometimes and let someone have a bit of power over me while maintaining a almost nurturing parental role. Question mark? In its own way. If you get what I mean, then you do. Like, there was a time when we were talking on the phone, don't remember what we were talking about, but they said, yeah, in prison you would be a pretty boy, or something of that nature. I don't know what came over me, but I kind of got a bit of a boner from it and kind of stumbled over my words a little, trying to combat what she said. Even though she's super submissive to me, she dresses pretty androgynous most of the time. There was a time where they sent me a photo of themselves looking good and super androgynous. I responded saying, damn, you got me feeling a little nervous, like mommy. She responded by calling super silly. But I actually kind of meant it. But I didn't want to tell her that. So my question is, can a dom have a mommy kink / be or act submissive sometimes? P.S. Does it help that I wear short shorts and thigh highs sometimes? They know I wear it. P.S.S. Not sure if it matters, but we're both pansexual. Thanks in advance.
Okay, and then the edits for everyone that responded. So I have an obvious answer, and I know Mephistopheles is bubbling because he has an obvious.
That was a
statement too.
wild ride. That was a wild ride to listen.
Yeah.
It was, and I love how you read it exactly how it was written. Like,
Oh, your narration was perfect. It
Yeah,
was
no,
fantastic. Yeah,
you might have a life
excellent.
here, Rose. Like,
Yeah.
good reading. Like, nice.
Thank you.
So, I'm gonna save my comments for last because I'm just gonna say what everyone else is thinking.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I want our experience. Like, I want the people who are in like functional, reasonable relationships that are known to the world, to say something.
So I believe in switches.
There you
I
go.
believe that always being in charge or always being submissive is a very difficult role to live. You know, a lot of times we switch. It may not be in our kink, but if we go to work and we're in charge, a lot of those people like to be submissive when they get in the bedroom, and vice versa. People that have very little power in their normal lives are like, okay, now I crave this power, you know?
Yes, as a switch myself, that is the dominant of one of my current relationships. I also enjoy being submissive to people. It does not take away I have it in two distinct relationships because getting everything you need from one person sometimes can be rather difficult.
I would agree.
Yeah, his girls mommy top him.
True.
I'd be lying if I said if I ever said that I didn't say mommy more than any man ever should. There's something about I'm constantly in a dominant position, and for the right person, I can just curl up into a ball and suck titty all day and just be happy. With the right person, it takes the right person. But no, like for dominant people sometimes, like for submissive people, sometimes they're in positions of power. You know, they're CEOs. They make 100,000 a year. They're in charge of other people. So being submissive and having somebody else make the decisions that could be costly can be quite comforting. I feel that way sometimes too. Where I'm just like, you make the decisions. Give me booby. Give me booba. You know, like I've had a long hard day at the hospital mill. Give me booba. So yeah, I could get the whole just not being in charge for a moment. We got some comments coming in. A Raptor says, sure, if it's okay, both partners enjoy it. It seems to be easier for a Dom to cede control once in a while rather than a sub who tries to be a Dom. I would agree.
I agree.
Yeah, no, that statement is very well put. That's a very well put statement.
I am the Dom of a very submissive person, and sometimes like you said, I come home from a hard day of work. Sometimes I just want to rest my head on your chest, and you just scratch my head and take care of me a little bit. And I also sometimes I'd like to be sitting on the couch and her just come pull my cock out and start riding it.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I don't want to.
I feel like the Twitch police are gonna get mad over that one.
No,
are
they're
they?
not. No, they're not. They're not gonna get
Am
mad
I
over that one.
supposed to?
No,
Do I have to watch my
no.
language?
Go on and tell me about how she uses your cock as a joystick. No, this is an 18 and up channel. As long as I
Okay.
don't as long as I don't say something, and again, this is ironic, Twitch. All right, if you're listening, you freaking mods, like I'm being ironic. I am purposefully being edgy. If I came out and like had a flag and it says I support maps, then that would be a problem. But I don't support maps. So yeah, no, you're fine. Or if I yeah.
The
Alright,
fact
I'm
that
gonna
there's
ask
even an
a question.
acronym, the fact that there's even an acronym for that is I don't know, that's just
Concerning?
sad to me.
That we'll
It's
save that for next
concerning
week.
to me.
We'll save that for next week when we get back to this.
Whew.
Like today's show is just a chill. Like it can be a debative show. Like we can debate and disagree, but just this week's show is just chill, like engaging conversation, unique ideas, and then I promise next week we will go back to the hardcore shit. My views will go back down. So yeah, we'll go back to magazine covers, and everyone's just gonna be trying to kill each other.
Spicy.
I do think, like, on the topic of the question, like, I agree with something Raptor said, that like trying to label anyone's kink is folly. Like, you can still identify as a dom and still want to be subby from time to time, and that you might change and identify as a switch. But I would definitely say, for me, like, I am not fluid in my dynamic. I've tried to dom. It goes.
Okay, so Nat, can I pick on you for a moment? Like,
Go ahead.
okay, so I imagine. By the way, for my audience out there, because I just want to make this woman's face turn red. She's a hot gamer girl. Yeah, no, they both of these guys, like one of these guys has like a hot yoga chick girl that can fucking punch, man. Like she can, goddamn, she can box like hard. And then like another guy has like a hot like gamer girl who, like, let me tell you, you can't handle this girl. And they're both just like sitting like kings, going, "We're lucky men, and we shouldn't brag about how lucky we are." But here, I'm gonna pick, and hold on a second. Thank you, War. I'm gonna put the 18 plus. The thing is, this is an 18 up channel, like it's a mature channel, so like people have to click a button in order to come in. But I'm gonna just put the 18 plus because I'm not a hot girl. There we go. But yeah, Nat, I'm gonna pick on you for a moment. So I could just imagine, like, Kale coming home, right? He's had a hard day, and then there you are, like extender boots, like black lace, like black gloves, a whip, a body harness, and then you would like look at Kale, right? And you would say something like, let me see what we have here. Right, here we go. You say something like, get over here and get on your knees so you can finally make me feel better about my day because I've had a horrible day. I need to be held so badly. Please get over here.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah. I mean, Willie, you've played with me. Like, I don't have a dominant bone in my body. Like,
No, I don't know. That's a hot take.
So I will say this, Nat, and I say this with respect to your partner, and thank you for allowing me the privilege to respectfully play within your boundaries that night. Um, it was fun dominating you. It was a lot of fun. It was, but at the same time, like, and just to let you get people know, like, we had to negotiate that. We had to negotiate that domination scene. I had to make sure it was okay with both of the partners. I was respectful throughout the entire act. But no, I could
oh yeah,
feel your
intense
passiveness.
negotiation.
Yeah, and
Yes,
I say, and by the way, I salute you both because you saying on stream, like some days I just wish you'd whip out my cock and sit on it like it's fucking Mario, ground pounding down. I salute you, brother. I fucking salute you. But here's what I wanted to do because I'm still getting used to this digital puppetry. What I wanted to say was,
Oh, Kale, get over here, darling. I've got the whip and I'm ready to make sure that that cock becomes mince meat, because
I've had a terrible day and need to be held. Please get over here. Like something like that.
yeah, that's how it goes. I try so hard.
Yeah, she'll get on top and hold my hands down, and then her face just changes, and she's like, "I can't do this."
Oh, that's so adorable. That I know that just means that you
It
guys been
kind
through
of
a lot.
is.
And
So
also,
I don't think I can I don't think I can speak strongly to like the switch thing because it's not in me.
But I agree with like Nat said and what Raptor put in there. Like it's not up to me to decide on what role or dynamic you are or how you identify in what it is that you do. I mean, and another thing that like in the BDSM relationship with like Nat and myself, there's been times where we had to like back off a little bit because we were playing hard, and it's like the play became real, like in my mind, and it's like I don't know. Some people call it dom drop or whatever, but like it was a very overwhelming feeling of like you know I need some cuddles. I need to love you because we have been playing CNC, and I've been beating your ass every night. And right now, I need to back off of that a little bit because,
I-
just the internal feelings of it. And, uh, where we just had to change what we were doing. I don't know if that's, turning subby or whatnot, but it's hard to, at least for me, it's hard to maintain a singular role for too long before it starts affecting, you know, me as a person and the relationship. Because all this is just it's fun. It's play, and so for
I
me, sometimes I've got to go into at least a neutral role for a while.
I feel that that's very well put. Where you say it's hard to maintain a singular role for too long. It tends to wear you down. I think that can be applied to more than just kink. I think that can be
Yeah.
applied to many aspects of your life, in other areas too. So that's pretty profound. I like that. I like the way that you phrase that.
and by the way,
Yeah, and
don't.
and that's just my experience, where and that's one thing I love about like BDSM and learning and pushing boundaries and
Hmm.
figuring out where I fall in this and what works for me, what works for my partner, because it's all about having fun. It's play.
And like, I know some people are like 24/7, and that's awesome, but I definitely couldn't do it.
I was doing the Michaela Maroney face whenever you said it's play. I'm like, some of us take it a little bit more seriously. Like some of us are 24/7, but to each their own. Like, I guess I don't know. I'm the kind of person that even like in my vanilla life, I will take on a new hobby, a new interest, a position at work, whatever it is that I do, and I immerse myself in it completely. And then as a result, I sometimes tend to get burnt out. That happens. So that's the downfall, I guess, of not taking things lightly and grabbing. I don't know what the metaphor is, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Like
and I mean, we definitely take our BDSM experiences and life and all of that. We take it very seriously. Because like there is risk factors and it is emotional and it's a big thing. And some people are 24/7, and like for a long time I thought I wanted that, and that's amazing. And I am still kind of submissive in day-to-day life, and Kayla is more dominant in day-to-day life.
Right.
But I couldn't do like the slave master role 24/7. That's not for me.
It would be way too much for me too, in which I don't feel bad. Oh, go on, Rose.
I have yet to meet a 24/7 couple that is high protocol the entire time. So
Really?
even though they're in the roles of master and slave, it's not all, slave positions and all of this other stuff. They are humans too.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Like I am dominant even when I back off a little, go into more of a neutral place. I still lean dominant in my life and in my relationship and all of that, but it doesn't have to be, flogs and paddles all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can, back off of that, and that's to keep me in a good headspace.
Well, it's a good thing that you are doing that, and which I think I personally can't do 24/7. It's too much stress. But what you experience, my friend, it is called Dom drop, and you're not alone in that. Like there are times because I cannot play with somebody unless I seriously really love them when it comes to the BDSM aspect. Polly, oh yeah, I can screw you till like the sun rises. It's gonna be a good time and I'll buy some more Gatorade. But no, if I feel like I'm hurting you, even if you say that I'm not, it really messes with my head because I am stronger, I am faster, I have put you in a dangerous situation. Like here, quick story. Had a girl, in fact, my ex, and we used something called vampire gloves. These are gloves with like little daggers on them, so you can feel that. Oh yeah, good time.
Oh yes, my vampire gloves have gotten many miles in the odometer. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, Brad and C, War, Raptor, Belcrea, Teddy, I see your comments, guys. I see your comments. We're going to be coming to those. But yes, but the thing is, I took this vampire glove because I really got in the moment, right? And she's fine, but I took her and I spanked her ass with the vampire gloves, and so it became
mistake.
Big
mistake. That was not smart.
It was not. It was not smart, and I acknowledge. Yeah, I acknowledge that it was not smart. Here, in fact, so what became a dry scene became a wet scene. We had to decommission the vampire gloves. Like it wasn't like cartoony wet. It's just a little blood. Um, and we stopped. We covered up the small splotches. She eventually healed. It was completely fine. Like for her, she had a great time. But for me, I felt awful because I had never broken skin before like that on a level. And like for a week, she's just like, "Hey baby," like we even got a cross. Like, "Hey baby, you want to go to the cross?" I was like, I can't, baby. Like I really can't. Like I love you to death, but I can't because if I ever see you like again, she's laughing, happy, fine, but like if I ever see you in that state again or put you in that state, I can't be happy with myself. So don't feel bad because you love your partner enough to make sure that you don't overdo it because it is supposed to be fun. Yeah. So sorry if that got a little sad. Just there are times when like choking can get a little yikes and spanking can get a little yikes. But here we're gonna catch up with some. Oh, what's up?
I mean, with some good communication and reassurance, those are wonderful events.
Oh, yeah.
When you're left to think about that in your own mind is where you yourself end up making that into not as good of an experience.
Is it bad? I assume that if you pull out something like a vampire glove, that there's always a chance of breaking skin and there being blood present.
No,
I would say yes, that's bad, because I've used my vampire gloves hundreds, I don't know, 1,000 times. I've never broken skin.
Well, you're both like
I don't know.
So I'm not even playing mediator. No, you're right because like you are very very smart, Rose. So of course vampire gloves you'd think breaking skin, but for these gloves in particular, their intention is not to break skin. It's more of just like to graze the skin with a very pseudo sharp
Gotcha.
and like yeah. But
Gotcha.
no,
And yeah, I've used vampire gloves several times without breaking skin. And then, kind of the partner that has lighter skin than, I was anticipating, be like, okay, these are now fluid bonded to you.
yeah. See, now we go. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna make a Reddit post. Should I use vampire gloves now that I have broken skin with one partner with another? That is a joke. That is a joke. Of course, the answer is no.
yeah.
But here, look, we got some comments here that we're gonna catch up with right quick. Just some quick comments in my chat. Here we go. So let's see. So War, he's making sure my channel stays up. He's like, it only covers 16. I did not know that. I'll put 18 plus in every title from here on out. War says, with what I do for a living, I am the Dom. But even when I want to be submissive, I still have a problem with not telling the Dom for the time exactly what to do. Um, Brat NC follows up with saying, War Dancer, better to use punishments. uh, War then responds, well, for me, Brad and C, it's all hypothetical as it stands anyway. I mean, you and Darkness know my situation. Yeah, we do, buddy. And I'd have to find someone to play with before I could even talk about this type of forum. Brat says she understands. Raptor, what's up, Raptor? Happy you're still here. Thank you for tuning in. And soon, guys, one day we will have today it's just my group here, but one day we will have call in again. Um, Raptor says, we each are experiencing our own kink journey. Part of the appeal is taking a different path and seeing where that takes us. 2 decades in, I still have much to explore. Let's see, we're gonna take that, what do you call it? Just a moment, where is it, where is it? Flippy's pretty high, the video capture device to 2 is the highest. Yeah, chat isn't being seen, so I'm just gonna capture. That's so weird, where is it? Sound alerts, nope. During gameplay, there we go, bingo. Fire. Okay, guys, so we should be able to see that now, or maybe okay, there we go. We should put it up as high as possible. Bingo. Okay, so moving back on, Brad NC says, as a sub that likes paddles and flogs, I don't need that every time. So even, she's like, I need a break. Belcree the Bard's like, I love vampire gloves. Brad NC says, gloves, oh yeah. Bell says, I'm fairly certain that G is using those gloves on me is what really dropped me into the kink. Oh, is he using those gloves now? I'm asking. And Belle has a black heart. Okay, we can continue with the conversation. By the way, Rose, may I pick on you for a moment too?
Okay.
Okay. So here, I got something. So for Rose, with her partner, I think it'll be more like, hello, Graham. Today we're going on a sexcapade. We're going to show everyone how late they can all really get laid. And you're going to help me? Because you guys are like the sexiest couple in a lot of meetups, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I don't see it, but yeah, sure.
But okay, so let's continue. Kush, good evening, Kush. Welcome to the chat, Kush. I've got 5 of my very very close friends here. We've got 2 kink poly BDSM couples, one extremely knowledgeable Mephistopheles, and myself. And that's it. I wish I had something impressive to say, but I don't. So with that, welcome to the channel, buddy. So with that, guys, do you want to move on to the next article? And again, I know it's getting late. I really appreciate you guys being here as late as you have been here. Let's see. With that, would you guys like to pick maybe another article? Something like, would you guys like to pick another article?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to pick 3 more articles here. So again, we have the moving out for someone article. So a poly woman who wants to know if she should move out for a relationship.
Ooh.
I want to explore my. Oh yeah, I know that's a good one. Let's see. We have one that says I want to explore my sexuality, but I don't want to hurt my partner's feelings. And then the next article we have here is women's health, rules for poly relationships, or men's health, how to start a dom sub relationship, kink for beginners. What do you guys think?
What was the rules for poly? I would be interested as someone who's always been interested in poly, but never actually like experienced a full-on poly relationship. I would be interested to know those rules.
Okay, so we've got rules for
That's me.
polyamorous. That's one. That's one. Couples, your votes.
I mean, I'm all for that. I think it varies a lot, so I'm interested.
Okay, we got 2 for rules for poly.
3.
3.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Here, I'm moving over to that article. Oh, good. It actually popped up this time. Okay, so we have 8 rules you should be following if you're in a polyamorous relationship. Hey, I don't make the rules, but you should. Oh, by the way, quick question for everyone here, or at least for the couples here. Have you guys ever been in a situation where like you feel a great amount of love because somebody wants to add you to their Google Calendar?
Oh, many Google calendars.
Google Calendar. What do you mean by that exactly, Willie?
Oh, well, so when I was in a polyamorous relationship, like, I noticed a pattern, like when I get a new partner, in which I had up to 5, and never again, I will never, ever have 5 partners ever again. If I go poly, I will keep it down to 3, but 5, Jesus, what was I thinking?
Wait a second. Hold on. Real quick though.
Yeah,
You would never have 5 again?
never, never,
Never.
never.
So,
I see.
hold on. Hear me out.
Okay.
Let's just say, because I know you watch anime, let's say the Sailor Moon cast was real.
Ah! I hate you.
Him. Him.
You know me so well, I hate you.
Him.
Okay, well, first off, I'd have Mars every other day of the week. I need that fiery broad.
Right.
And then
But
Sailor Moon,
but there but
there's
there are
5 of them.
5. Okay. Do you
Okay.
still know?
Oh my God. Just,
Oh man.
Jesus, which one's the blue-haired one? She
That is a
Venus.
good point.
Mercury.
Wait, Mercury? Okay, sorry. Mars and Mercury. Like, my other polyamorous partners would get upset with me because I'd be constantly sleeping with Mars and Mercury. Okay, so I would not have 5 partners unless they were the Sailor Scouts. There you go.
Got him. Okay. Yeah. See, there's
Oh
always
my God.
exceptions.
On stream, you had to get me on stream.
Hey, I gotta call you out every now and then. I mean, look, we're 100% honest here. So
Yes, that's true.
There you go. Keep them honest.
yeah.
So as far as like Google Calendar, do you mean like when they add you so that you can see they can see all of your events and you can see all of theirs?
Yeah, like whenever I got in a new relationship, we would add another person to the Google Calendar so we could just see who had available time. And for me, again, I'm fucking weird. This is why I don't drink. This is why I don't do drugs, because I can alter my state of reality just by feeling things. So I'd look at my Google Calendar and I would just feel so much love. So like, do you guys feel that way?
I think that's adorable. It would make me totally feel loved.
Sorry, Brandon sees like, oh, he's gonna have nightmares about the Sailor Scouts. Trust me, if it's the Sailor Scouts, they're nightmares, man. I'm gonna die happy, man.
Rose,
So,
Graham, like you guys are poly too. Would that like? I feel like as a poly person, that would make me so happy.
I honestly don't share my calendar that often with other people.
I don't know if you can do it on Apple, so I don't. But
I usually just go with the approach of, all right, who's got the busiest schedule? When are you free?
We're on a break.
And then I go down the line that way. And
I mean, I usually have kept a paper calendar more so than the Google Calendar because I have certain times that I have blocked off for me or for certain partners, and other times where it's like, yeah, no, whoever wants to claim this time, write it down. You know, it's all yours.
I don't know, seeing everyone's life just like unfold on paper and knowing what they're doing all the time. Oh wow, that could be.
I love
What
that.
would you?
I
Okay.
love that.
Okay, we do have the stalker app on each other, so it does.
This is true.
We do know where the other
Is
one
it
is.
is it literally called the stalker? And by the way, I have to get this thought out. So
No,
just
no,
just let
I don't remember what it's called.
Life 360.
Okay,
ah
but we each have different relationships on there that we can see.
ah. Well, okay, okay, we're gonna go to the 8 rules. I just warm thought from my past come up, and also just because I think this is funny, I can imagine, I don't know which girl, but one of the girls saying,
Get over here, Sonny. Mama needs some dick.
It's not gonna be me. I'll let you know.
Okay, so here's the article. Let's see. We're just gonna skip down to the rules. So rule number 1: establish how much you want to share with each other. What do you guys think?
What do they mean by that?
All right, I'll go into the
Do you
elaboration
want all the
paragraph.
intimate details?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it says here, even if you're down with sharing lovers, if you're the jealous type, you're not going to want to hear about what your girlfriend ate at dinner with her other girlfriends, or how much fun your boyfriend had at the wine bar with the third person in your trouble. You might prefer your partner simply to say they're going out when they have a date with someone else and leaves it at that. And when it comes to the deets about you, you tell your partner straight up that you're comfortable with her discussing your intimate moments with somebody else. It basically goes on like that. Whether or not you love gushing about unique relationships, you don't want to share everything with the outside world. It goes on like that.
I mean, like, share the important bits. It's kind of nice to know, when your partner gets fluid bonded with someone else, or
Oh yeah,
that they're actually happy with their other relationship.
that would be good. And I'm sorry to anyone who's accidentally fluid bonded with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, like, I agree. Like, sexy details. Sorry, ferrets are making noise in the background here.
Aw.
Sexy details, like, I don't share between my partners. I'm not gonna tell you, like, now I will say I have gone to Kale when my husband and I were like trying to figure out some kinky stuff so that I could get some advice from a Dom's perspective. And like Kale has actually talked my husband down off a very stressful ledge with something he had some experience in outside the kink world. But like sexy details, no, I don't share those back and forth. But like yeah, I might like tell like I'll let you know what I did today with my other partner. Like that's pretty yeah, that's pretty typical for us.
Yeah, well, and I think with this article, like the rule there is, I think it's talking more of just that communication between the people. Like, do you want, if it makes you uncomfortable hearing about this stuff, then I won't talk about it. If you are comfortable talking about it, then talk about it. I think the rule is just establishing, you know, what is okay and what is not okay to talk about or comfortable to talk about with me about other partners or what you're doing with those other partners, XYZ. And to each couple or to each partnership, those rules may be different of what that communication, the comfortability of the communication is. Because for any relationship like this to happen, open communication is a must, and
Yes.
keeping everybody okay with what's going on. I don't know if it's talking about, I don't take it as like it's got to be a certain way. It's just keeping that communication open of what are you comfortable hearing about? What are you comfortable with me sharing with other people about our relationship?
Mm-hmm.
And that's for you and your partner to figure out. I don't think that there is a this is out of bounds and this is in bounds. I think every individual couple is going to have to set their own boundaries when it comes to how much or how little information you want to know or want to share about your other relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Makes sense. By the way, I'm just gonna quickly catch up with chat right quick, guys. Make this really, really quick. So, Bill Cree the Bard says, now, as in right this moment? No. Now, as in these days? Hell yes. In fact, I think I request those tonight. So, Bill Cree is gonna get the Vampire Grubs tonight. Have fun, girl. Kush says hello. Raptor says I want to buy Willie's Kinky Christmas album. Oh ho ho! I already have some kinky songs written, actually.
Mm.
Let's see. War Dancer says, I'm gonna say the same thing, Belcrea. I doubt she's getting it now, or she'll probably not be as active in the chat. That is not true, dude. Belcrea strangely disappeared during one of our group streams for like 30 minutes, and then didn't deny that she was engaging with her lover. So okay, just that's all I'm gonna say on that. Let's see. Braden C. He's gonna have nightmares now. Oh no, I'm not. In fact, if you guys want to dress as the Sailor Scouts and I could just look at you, I promise I'll keep respectful distance. Curse you, Mr. Mephistopheles. This is now a thing I need to happen.
See what I did? I put the image in your head. Now it's there forever.
Let's see. Let's see. Can you deeply love 5 people romantically and not be spreading yourself a mile long and an inch thick? Raptor Glyph says, and that's right. Actually, when I had 5 partners, I was spreading myself way too thin. It was way too thin, and there were tension between the 4 partners. They were all pissed. Like some guy would be like, "Oh yeah, I was hot shit." I had 5 women fighting for me, and no, it was more like, "Dude, I was cold shit. I could barely spend time with any of my partners, including my live-at-home partner." So no, for me, 5 was too much. Um, Absolutely. And the thing is, I love them all. I love them all greatly, but you can't. I personally could not realistically. Like, I'm a dancer, actor, stand-up comedian, teacher. I did not have time for these 5 lovely women. Um, let's see. Brandon C says, I agree. I do not see a way to nourish all 5 relationships. Somebody will be left out. Yep, that's what happened. Brandon C says, I'm not poly, but I do have
Yeah.
a partner that wants to hear the details. His kink, I assume this could be happen in poly. Yes, yes. Belcrea's like, ah ha ha, I've been called out. But you've been called out in a sexy way. You've been called out in a sexy way. And finally, Brad NC says, now we brats need to team up and get Sailor Moon costumes. Guys, I'm trying to focus. Okay.
You guys,
Yes.
yeah, they're orchestrating. See, once they start organizing, then it's all over. Then you lose.
I do really like Raptor's question because like I only have 2 partners and we are looking to add, we're Kale and I are dating. I would love to have another girl or non-binary person in our relationship. I would absolutely love that.
Interesting.
But that's gonna be my max. Like
Interesting.
I love my partners so deeply. And I think that we do a really good job of like divvying up time. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Personally, if Kale was like, yeah, I want to bring 2 or 3 more girls into this relationship, I'd be like, yeah, I can't maintain. Like for me to also have a relationship with all of those people. Now, if you want to go out and date solo, that's different. But I don't think that I could maintain a deep and loving relationship on that level with more than 3 people.
Interesting.
How I would like I never get to talk with other poly couples. Rose, Graham, like what are your guys' thoughts?
For me, it depends on who I am dating, how many people I can date. So it's one of those, how much time and energy do my current relationships want? How involved are we? That helps govern whether or not I have bandwidth for other things. So right now, the relationship that's taken probably the majority of my relationship or my energy is my relationship with myself. Like I'm going out and I'm doing a lot of things solo. So right now, I could probably handle about 2 partners, and that's about it. But
I mean,
Yeah.
it's time commitment. It is the negotiation of, what everyone wants and what everyone can commit to it. We've watched a recent polycule kind of explode, implode because time commitments weren't well allocated, and people got upset.
Mm.
But I mean, I can probably do another 1-2 relationships, depending on how much time they're looking for, because I can't give, half my week in time to a different person when I have my nesting partner that is around me, all the time, and I have to work, X amount of time through my week.
I mean, if you want to get yourself a sports ball partner, by all means.
I will take a sports ball partner. I'm in the market for a sports ball partner.
I don't want to do with you.
So is that a sports bra or sports bar?
Sports ball is what we have ended up calling sporting events.
Yeah. And hockey, and what are the other
That's
ones?
what I call it too. I call it sports ball.
And it's
I have no
I can
idea about what
basically
any of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what sport it is. I can say sports ball, and she goes, "Cool, tune out now."
So,
yep. Yep.
One thing me and my friends would do in college. Oh, sorry, go on.
I have a friend in Indiana who has, I think, 5 relationships right now, 4 of which are 4 years old or longer at this point.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I misheard that. The relationships are 4 years old.
So for the partners,
Okay.
their relationships are 4 years or longer.
Okay, not
like
the people.
that's how long they have been a couple, not the people. The people
Okay,
are
I was like-
all adults.
Okay.
They're all adults, between like mid-20s and mid-40s.
Huh.
So,
Very
and
nice.
I think
awesome.
he recently picked up another partner, so that one's a new relationship. But he is able to have, these loving, intimate, and they're all unique people with unique needs and desires, and he is able to keep that straight, in part because his hobby is having partners.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome.
So it can be done.
Oh, it definitely can. It definitely can. I can't.
I mean, a lot of kind of relationships is the spinning plates. You have to devote time and energy to do it. You got to be able to do it well. Some people can do one, and that's what they love doing. Great for you.
Yeah.
Some people have that whole string of 10 different ones, and they make it work. Don't know how. I mean, hope for no wind and all that, but yeah, no, some people can do it.
I've always thought, in theory, like poly could work long term, and I've shared my thoughts one-on-one with this, and we don't have to get into this if you don't want to, but like I've always thought, yeah, in theory it could completely work, and like I've heard stories of, like you said, one person in Indiana, it's like long-term relationships, 4 years or longer, 5 different people, like that's pretty awesome.
That is beautiful. It's really
but more
nice to
often
see.
than not, it's like I don't see that. So it's just
more often than not, I don't see that in the monogamous world either. I just think relationships are difficult to keep going, regardless of how many you got.
I was going to make a similar comment.
Say the vast majority of monogamous relationships, I know it's like the people just end up getting married, or they end up cohabitating and just live together. They're still together. Like I don't really know.
The thing is, like, we come from a different stock, Mephistopheles. Like back in our day, people stayed in long relationships. Yeah, they stayed in long relationships because even if you weren't happy, they fucking worked. Nowadays, dude, it's very rare to see a millennial or a Gen Zer that's been in like a longer than 4-year long relationship.
You got to remember, I'm 38, so like dating apps weren't a thing when I was in college. It wasn't. Oh, I feel like getting laid tonight. I'm going to get on this dating app and I'm going to get a disposable one night stand and then never call them. That wasn't an option. So like, I know a lot. The people, let me think. Out of everyone I know that I like went to high school with, I can think of literally one couple that aren't together anymore, and they literally just got divorced last year after like 20, I think they were married for 19 years. They got married at they literally just got divorced last year. I'm not going to name any names, but everyone else that I've known who dated each other in high school or college are still together. Either whether or not they're actually married or they just cohabitated and on paper they're not married, but essentially they're married because they have kids and all that stuff. So
I mean, Kale's up there with you guys in in that age range.
Yeah.
I'm the baby, you know. I'm 20,
Yeah.
but I married my high school sweetheart. So
Yeah.
I agree with Rose that, you know, relationships just take work in general. Like, and it really goes into like how much can you put in.
Yeah, don't be like me and like think with your dick. I'm just gonna say it like I'm trying to save a young life here. Having 5 relationships is fun, but it's even more fun when you can pay adequate attention to them.
Well, I told you not to date the Sailor Scouts, and you didn't listen.
But you presented them on a platter. But here,
yeah, I was giving you my sloppy seconds. I was done with them.
Is that Rose or Graham trying to say something?
Wait,
no.
what was that?
Well, I know plenty of monogamous people that are in, you know, an abusive relationship that they're not leaving, and it has been
abuse.
You know, but it's something that grew in a toxic monogamy culture where the option of divorce was not presented to people.
I mean, no fault divorce has been a law in the States since the early 1970s. I think it was 1970 or 1971. That's been a thing legally.
But that doesn't mean it was socially acceptable.
I've been raised in the Bible Belt where
yes.
we're from two different worlds. So
yeah, there's some rules in society that just don't happen because it's not viewed as an option. I mean, King Henry changed the church at one point because he wanted to divorce his wife, and the church said no.
Yeah.
King Henry is not our age and didn't grow up in the States. So
but one thing we won't say is that polyamory or monogamy is like the answer to all our problems, because they're just like, there's some people who they look at poly and they're like, how could someone do something like that? You know, monogamy is the way. And then some people look at monogamy and they look at that and they're just like, holy shit, like humans aren't designed to just fuck one person. How could you like deal with that? So like one thing I want to stop us from like using an absolute is just, we're not saying that any way is the solution. It's more like each way has its own problems. Like, hey, I got some questions from my chat here, guys, and that are actually directed specifically towards you guys. I'm gonna make sure I haven't missed any War Dancer comments because his stuff is purple and I'm colorblind. Okay, so scrolling down here a bit. Let's see here. Yep, we said that. Okay, yep, that was said. Been called out. Yep. Okay. So I thought. Oh right. So this is for the men in the chat. Do the men have other female partners? Raptor wants to know that.
Currently, no for me.
Are you debating whether or not you're a man?
Oh, I'm throwing it as a man.
I was waiting for it. Nice.
That is a difficult question to answer.
Anyone else, baby?
I have other people that are special to me. I do not know if they consider us dating. I don't know if I consider us dating. But I have special people that I associate with and go on outings with.
I love that. It's like, hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I'm hanging out with my special people, Mom.
I mean, my family does not know I am polyamorous. What they think is I keep redating, the same people over and over again.
I can relate to my family not knowing, because my family is super religious. So as far as they know, I'm married, and my back and forth, I stay with my female friend, and I plan to keep it that way for now. And I will say, like, my husband doesn't have another partner. If he wanted to, I'd be completely open to that, but he doesn't.
By the way, that's a great comment. War says you should be able to see my label here because it has a sword. See, it's big, green, and a wreck. I'm like, dear God. But no, okay, that's interesting. Please continue. Right, okay. Brandon C says she's been monogamous for 25 years, then 10 again. Now she is non-monogamous and interested in poly. So you've got somebody who's listening intently, guys. Like you're the most experience they've had with a poly relationship, other than some of the kink parties that we've gone to.
She has a
procreate.
question too, a little further up.
Oh yeah, what's up? Go ahead and read that question.
Okay. Sorry, I know you're colorblind, Willie.
Oh, go for it.
For the poly couples, do you keep relationships separate or combine times with partners?
A mix.
I mean, like,
I make sure I get some one-on-one time. But if there's something I want to go to that is of interest to multiple partners, then we'll all go to it.
yeah, no, special one-on-one time is almost essential in my mind. But I have been to plenty of partners with, or plenty of parties with my partner, and also had other people that I was talking to and spending time with. Trying to balance the two is not always the easiest. But no, it's they can hang out. I mean, I've had plenty of times where I've sat at the kitchen table and someone's cooking, I'm talking to someone, we're all just hanging out having fun.
On our end, completely separate. Now, like I said, we're dating. If we find someone else, that would not be separate. We are dating as a couple. Kale and I are, but completely separate between my two partners, between Kale and my husband. I have two sometimes a little jealous people. And so it works better. Like, yes, everyone is cool with the situation as we have it. But I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like it would probably, it might bring up more feelings than need to be there. If things were more combined. Now, like I said, like Kale and my partner have talked once or twice. But like when he takes me home, he's not like coming in for dinner. Like,
Gotcha.
Your thoughts?
So we have terms for that. So tabletop polyamory is when everyone kind of sits at the dinner table. And, you know, like they might not be dating with each other, but they're friendly with each other. You know, they're more than acquaintances. And then I Jesus, there's another term for when you're not tabletop polyamory, and I've literally not used this term in years, so I don't remember what it is. But it's
Oh,
but
I mean, there's a lot of terms. There's kitchen table poly, which is where everyone can sit down at a kitchen table together and hang out. There was garden party poly, in which like everyone can be at like the same event, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, a garden party, and they're chill around each other. And then there's like solo poly, where it's just you doing all of the things you want to do.
well,
We're somewhere between like solo and garden party. Now I will say the last time my two partners were in the same room with each other, things got a little tense, but I was also moving 3.5 hours away. And there was a lot of feelings after basically living with Kale for quite a while because my partner was away. My husband was away. So but I would say we're somewhere between a mix of like not tabletop, garden party and solo.
Well, and so
today
today it's different now. You know, we've grown a lot since that happened then, and
yeah,
you know, today would be, you know, if something were to happen to you and you're in the hospital, I'm coming.
Yeah.
You know, and we're all gonna be, everybody's gonna be fine with each other.
I feel like we could probably all sit down for dinner pleasantly.
Yeah,
oh, by the way, I just want to say it took a lot of effort for me to not make a joke about you coming. Just saying, you can continue now.
But yeah, I do think that like even though we don't, like I would say that we could all sit down at a dinner table and have like a pleasant time. But yeah, I mean like we had a rough start to poly. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like there were feelings that got involved that didn't think that they were gonna be involved, and like I thought that I was gonna be monogamous. Like I really did. So it was, yeah.
So we got a comment here from Raptor right quick. So Belle, I'm surprised that your family would not know. I would love to hear more about that. War says here, I learned about my daughter's poly life when she dropped it in my Twitch chat. Aw. Raptor is about to go to bed, so hey, Raptor, it was a lot of fun. Nice having you here, man. Absolutely. Hey, tell your poly friends, like tell the people at the Munch to tune into the show, please. Please share this link with them. That way they can like just talk with us as well in the future. Raptor has one final comment, and he's saying goodbye. He says, fire here. I was monogamous for 30 years. Bad things happened at the end of it. I would have been married forever otherwise. I tried poly and it didn't work for me. I don't have the capacity to love more than one person the way that I want it to be loved. I do, however, enjoy having sex with others. That's my partner. So looks like what you're doing is might be doing a combination of monopoly. Monopoly is when you have sex with other people, or at least your partner has sex with other people, and you only have sex with your partner. Um, yes. Um, let's see
Well,
here.
unfortunately, Rose and I are gonna have to head to bed here in a second. It's starting to get late, and we gotta work in the morning.
We are too.
You know what? That's completely understandable. Before you guys go, in which I didn't mean to cut you off there, Nat. Let's get some final thoughts in because we've actually like this is the first show where I've actually gotten through most of the stuff I wanted to get through. Um, with that, um, Rose, Graham, tell me your final thoughts. Like, if there was an advice you were going to give to a completely new newcomer, like just they're brand new, they're 23 years old or whatever, they're brand new to poly, they're ready to love. What's a quick do and don't that you would give to the audience about um, joining poly and or kink or BDSM? You know, like if you could grab somebody by the ear and be like, don't do this or definitely do this, what would you do? What would you say?
I mean, communicate, communicate, communicate.
Yeah.
Take time to yourself to actually think about what you want and make decisions based on you.
And I would also say no feeling is inherently wrong. So feeling jealous isn't a bad thing. Don't try to cover it up. Use this as a means to learn more about yourself and who you are. Why did you feel jealous or anger or envy in a certain situation? You know, what sort of things do you need to put up temporarily to mitigate it for now? What things can you work on for yourself to live the life that you actually want?
It's great advice. All right, and also Nat, Kale, since you guys are gonna have to be going soon, because it is getting late. The thing is, I wanted to end at 10, but you guys were such an engaging conversation, and I started 20 minutes late. That I really was wanted to just get a really engaging conversation out. So with that, Nat, Kale, any advice that you have for anyone in like who wants to just fall in love immediately or get into a kinky poly BDSM relationship? What's some advice that you could give them?
Well, I really liked what Rose and Graham just said. And I agree wholeheartedly, especially like with what Rose said. My biggest thing would be it's okay to try poly and find out it's not for you. Like, that's fine. This is, kind of like what we talked about earlier. This isn't like the righteous high road or like anything like that. Like, it's okay to try it and then go, okay, this isn't for me. I'm more monogamous. I think that, you know, that's totally fine. You're allowed to change your mind. And as for kink, go to events that actually vet people and don't be afraid to find some people who have been doing it a while, who know some things about that world. You.
That's great advice. No, but please continue if you want to say something, because I got something to say to the people in the chat in a moment.
Kale?
For me, it's really just a reiteration. Oh,
we're on an ad break.
Ad.
Cool. Are we real? We're on an ad break, really? Hold on, let me.
Yeah. Do we want to wait just a second?
I have a question that I wanted to ask you guys that doesn't necessarily have to be asked while we're on air.
Okay.
Well, subscribers can still hear. Just letting you know.
That's okay. That's great. Oh, good, because I was about to drop a lot of racial slurs.
Oh,
good. we like that.
Kale.
So you said like, oh, don't be afraid to try poly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a question about poly that I wanted to ask earlier, but when you mentioned this, it's kind of like a two-part question. What if that option isn't available for you? Because I've always been interested in poly, and I've always thought, hey, this is an option, but for me, I've noticed it's never really been an option because it's almost like everyone I've met who's poly, they, even people I really like and get along with as friends, have known for years, seen events a bunch of times, hung out, in their houses, or in public areas for a long time. People I've known who are poly, it seems to me that in order to be invited into a poly relationship, you either one have to already be partnered, you already have to be a couple, or more, or more than a couple, or you have to be a single female. And I've never seen like that seems to be the requirements. Does that make any sense? Like,
Yeah,
from what I've seen, so it's like I can't just go try this. Like, oh man, I've never eaten a cantaloupe before. I'm gonna go to the store and buy one and give it a shot. Like, I can't do that because those options aren't available to me, and I find that a little weird. Like, it would be nice to try.
yeah,
mean,
like no, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I do think that
It just seems weird
you
to
have
me
to
that
find.
it's hey, I'm poly. We sure would like a third person. Oh, couples and females only. Like, that's a little bit strange.
it,
It
Yeah,
well,
and I think it.
seems weird to me.
I really think it fully depends on like the type of people, right? Like everyone is looking for something different.
For the same two things. It seems like it
I
just seems
well,
really
my side of this as an individual with a penis and the penis tax that comes in, like,
tax. Oh, you're gonna have to break this down for me.
Oh,
This is new to me. This
here,
is a new
okay.
term.
let me break it
Sorry.
down in like 30 seconds. Let me just break that down in 30 seconds. Long story short, and again, I know this is a hot take. Men and women are different. Men and women have different values. Okay, we want equality in which we could all be on paper treated as equal, but just differently. We have different desires and things like that. So 10 seconds, I'm up. Long story
Yeah,
short,
but
it's
in
easier.
2022, women can have penises too. Don't forget about that.
Okay, and the thing is, I am in love with a trans woman, but we're not going to get into
Yes.
that.
Don't forget about that. That can be a
Okay,
thing.
but here's the thing. Just to like that, even though Graham is going to go into his man with a penis thing, I just want to quickly add this in.
Sure.
It is easier. It is actually easier for women to get into relationships because sorry, buddy, unless you're like a Jason Momoa looking guy or like an amazingly just like good looking guy with a lot of money. There is a thing called a penis tax where just like bringing in a woman is like a charitable gift. It's like water in the oasis. But bringing in a dick is like bringing in a woman with water in the oasis with a bunch of cactuses. Guys just get stigmatized. We're not as desired as young bisexual females or just females in general. We're just not. An extra penis just seems like it's an extra burden. And our culture, we don't talk about it, but when you bring a guy, it's harder to bring a guy into a polyamorous relationship than it is just a woman because it just is. And I could go in, I could have, in fact,
I don't know. Like that. I
I
guess I
could do a whole
just
show. I could do a whole show about it. But just long story short, if it's harder for you, it's because you're not a younger
no.
woman.
I'm not saying it's harder for me. I'm saying it's literally impossible. Like there's no. It's not that, oh man, I'm complaining that there's lack of opportunities. I'm saying as a statement of fact, so far I've been exploring a long time, there's never been an opportunity. And I find that really, really strange. If I were to go to a business and see someone who advertises as, oh, I'm an equal opportunity employer, and then also at the bottom of their job application they say no blacks, no Jews, no Mexicans, I'd be like, seems weird, odd to
Um,
me.
well here
I've
I'm gonna.
dated a lot of guys that were unpartnered before me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an impossible thing.
Yeah,
Don't you
so
think
like
that's a little bit
my
odd?
situation, I was unpartnered and Nat was married and we are in a relationship. I
Mm-hmm.
agree that it is more difficult for a man than it
Mm-hmm.
is for a female,
Right.
but it's not impossible.
But would you allow another male into your relationship now that you're in a poly relation? Now that you're in a
Well,
relationship with her, would both of you be okay having another male in there?
Well,
or
he's
is that
straight.
right? But that doesn't. Okay. All right.
For
Curse you,
me,
Kill. Why don't you want to kiss me, Kill?
You see, I mean, I don't
I
know. It's
do
like
want
this
to
kind of
kiss
just
you,
proves my
Lily, but
point.
we're going to keep that between me and you.
yeah,
Giggity.
I'm allowed to
Hot.
have other. I'm allowed to have other partners, just like Kayla is, just like my
Uh-huh.
husband is. Like, we can't say that like you can be poly with us, but you can't be poly with somebody else. Like that's a huge double standard.
So
It's
Mephistopheles,
weird.
I
I don't know.
so I'm kind of so I spend a lot of my time reading Manosphere products. I'm not saying you're from the Manosphere or anything like that, but
Uh-huh.
I really do get where you're coming from because like it is kind of frustrating. Like for example, so I won't answer for these poly couples, but quite often what happens is a man or a male, unless the guy themselves is bisexual as well, and they're in
Mhm.
kind of like a we date a couple type of polyamorous lifestyle.
Mhm.
Um, just a male, be it bisexual or straight, just doesn't often fit into the desires of the couple because we have this thing called unicorning. Some people identify as a unicorn and they're happy being a unicorn. Some people
Mhm.
don't. Or a Pegasus, that's a male unicorn.
Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
but the issue comes like if there's a man and a woman, and they want a third, more than likely they're just gonna want a bisexual female. That way,
Don't you think that's weird? Isn't
well,
that strange?
it's not
It
strange.
comes into the uh, homophobia and the what is the fetishization of lesbians,
Mhm.
where it is not socially acceptable, or was not for a long time, for a
Mhm.
guy to be with another guy. And so some guys overcompensated and kind of were like, all right, if you want to be poly with me, I'm the only penis you can have.
Yeah,
Which
I would
seems weird.
totally.
sucks.
I would totally agree with that. And like, I'll be honest, like, yeah, we're dating. We would both love to find someone who is non-binary or female.
Right.
I'm
That proves my
non-binary.
point even. That proves my point even further.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not disagreeing with you. So
Right.
hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
And we would love to find someone who's bisexual because we aren't just sexual. We're in romantic relationships. So I think that is a big part of it is, so it is totally going to depend on the orientation of all the people. I don't think it's impossible, but I'm not going to disagree with you that it's
Right.
harder.
The rebuttal just sounds like a I'm not racist, but
Well,
kind.
for example,
I just
Well,
I get that tone from
that's
it.
not
I don't know.
fair. That's not fair because everybody's situation is different.
Right.
There
well,
are many couples out there that will take in a, a male partner.
Mhm.
Our situation is that's not what we're looking for.
like
No,
for example,
and I
Mephistopheles.
agree, and I respect that, and I agree with that. But when every situation is also that situation,
But
it
not
just
every
seems oddly
situation
it
fits.
seems oddly coincidental.
Well, for example,
Mhm.
Mephistopheles. Remember the party that me and you first met? We were both wearing the
Yeah.
vest.
Yeah, of course.
That couple, which I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
call, I'm gonna call this couple Mike and Karen.
Yep,
Um,
sounds appropriate.
yeah.
Yes.
I was in
Kyle
a
and Karen.
like even though they don't want to use the terms, this like we were this like that guy's wife was my girlfriend. She
Mhm.
was, and like he was my boyfriend too. He would even affectionately call me his boyfriend, and he
That's
was a
hot.
bit of an older guy.
Yeah.
And we would go to places, and he's like, "That's my wife, and that's my boyfriend." But the thing is, that couple was specifically looking for a bisexual male who didn't like who looked kind of young. Now, I will say for that particular relationship I was in, I got older. I got
Mhm.
facial hair. I started to develop, in which I developed late. Like I didn't hit puberty
Mm.
until I was like 28. Um,
So you were the you were the femboy until you were 27 is what I'm hearing.
ouch!
You
No,
were the
but like,
sexy femboy.
no, I was reasonably masculine. But the
Give him
thing is,
credit there saying that it stopped at 27 and that he turned mask.
well, it's just like, but the guy was definitely looking for a not muscular manly man guy. I wouldn't say femboy. Shit, twink. Fuck, metrosexual. Let's go with
Okay.
metrosexual.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, but I'm just now. I know this is anecdotal because don't get me wrong. Like for
Yeah.
every 10
Sorry.
couples looking for a unicorn, there is one couple off in the shadows of like the Pride lands looking for like a male-male relationship that doesn't make the main guy feel gay. And I hate that. There's a stigma there. Like you have so many lesbian kisses on TV, you've got to fight to find a guy kiss. But what I'm getting at is with this story, because I feel like I'm talking too much, it's getting late.
Oh, fine, that's fine.
I was in a relationship with those guys, and they did want me as for a male. The thing is, the guy wanted me because he wanted someone to pleasure his wife, but also him. But also he wanted to be with a guy too, but didn't want to feel like he was dating a lumberjack. And I just so happened to have the thin dancer body that he wanted.
Right.
But it is harder for dudes, and it's only because there is that social stigma about being gay, or there's that social stigma about, oh, you invited another guy, you can't do it for your wife. And even War Dancer here says too many bins and bulls in one pasture. And the thing is, time is slowly
That's
passing.
just weird. That's
Yeah.
just I don't know. It just you'd think when you say 10-1, if it was a 10-1, or 1 out of 10, they are looking for it. That would be amazing odds, because out of the hundreds, of poly couples that I've either interacted with or seen online, like none of them. They're only looking for women or other couples, and I find that
You got to
I don't
come to
know.
my
it's
events.
kinda-
You got to come to my
Hop
events.
on
Yeah.
Field. You'll find plenty. I mean, we're
Field.
app Field. Yeah,
Okay.
there's
I don't know
there's
what that is.
all kinds of people on there looking for. There's lesbians looking for another girl. There's men and women looking for a man. There's two women
Oh,
looking for a man. Like,
Field
or
with two E's.
all
Got
over.
it.
No, no, and for real, there are men and women looking
Oh,
for another man who isn't a black man. Because let me tell you, I fell into that goddamn trap of,
oh, really?
oh yeah, I was like, oh, we're looking for a bull. I'm like,
Oh,
what?
bull. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, and at first I was like, that's fun, and I never signed up for a bull ever. I'd never done any bull work, but there was this
Mm.
really awkwardness of where like I went to an event where they were like straight up looking for bulls, and dude,
Oof.
like that's the closest I've ever felt to like being like a slave on like a pedestal or some shit.
Like on the stage when they're like, look, he's got good teeth. Look
Teeth.
at
He's
this one. He's
got
got a
good teeth.
strong. He's
He's
got a
got a
strong back
he's
and
got a
big
long dick.
calloused
Yeah.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just sitting here going, "My name is Willie," and they're like, "Shut up, bull. Fuck my wife." And I'm like, "Okay."
You
So
felt
yeah.
like you were literally on the auction block.
Yeah, no, so don't worry, but it's out there, man. It's just like these people, they all found each other when they weren't looking. I don't know, maybe Rose was looking because that's kind of I know her. But
Good night,
you
Willie. I need to go to bed now.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. It's bedtime. Bedtime. Crud, I wanted to tell the story about how we got the ass prints near the door, but okay. Um,
I mean, you
I'll,
could still tell that
I'll
story. I
listen.
just will be asleep.
I
I,
mean,
Yeah,
I
I have got to
we
get
can
to
show up
bed.
for a different one.
Yes,
Yeah.
in fact,
I'll
this
listen.
is the show for this week, guys. Hey, thank you so very much. Brandon C is right. He's like non-threatening to his masculinity. Guys, thank you so very much for the show. This has been an utterly great show. Everyone's given their final words, which is great. I want everyone individually to say goodnight. If you have socials, feel free to put them in the chat if you want people to find you. You do not have to do this. But with that, guys, it's been an amazing show. Thank you so very much. Nameless Comedy or Nameless Talks, episode 11 will be next week with two whole new couples. We are looking forward to having you. I'm going to stay on for a moment and read the chat, but to my lovely, lovely panel tonight, Nat, Cole, Rose, Graham, good night.
You just can't do the Kale name, can you?
Shit! Kel, sorry. Nat King Cole is a good damn artist. Okay. Kel, 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 my apologies, man. I owe you a pizza and a nice dinner and a man date. What do you say? Just us
All
dudes
right,
chopping wood.
I can get down with that.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Have a nice night, everyone.
Have a good night. You guys get some rest. I'm so sorry I kept you so late. It won't 2 weeks from now it will not be like this. Next week I'm having a show. I'd love to have you guys back in 2 weeks and I promise we'll keep it down to like 2 hours 30 minutes.
Have a great night. Rose and Graham, it was so lovely to meet you guys. I would love to talk to you more.
Absolutely. We will probably do the exchanging of info through Willie.
Yes, perfect.
Great. Great. I'm gonna read Bell's comments and then we're gonna call it a night. Mephistopheles, thank you for opening up to us because that's a frustrating thing, man. Like there was a
Yeah.
time too
I
where
was just curious. I figured I'd just ask poly couples, like, why is this such a common thing? Why is this? I don't know.
because men
It's
are
just a question.
weird. We don't want
Uh,
we really don't want a threat to our masculinity. And like I love sharing. Like if I was in a
mhm.
position to share my partner and my partner was okay with it, I would. I am not in that position. I'm still trying to figure out what I am. Like am I poly? Am I
Yeah.
mono? Like but if I was in a position,
Yeah.
I would love to see her because I'm romantically towards females. I would love to see her kiss another man, be felt up by another man, and like I would share in that pleasure with her. Like that's not a threat to me at all. But for
All
some
right,
Yeah.
I'm
people,
hopping off here, guys. Good
Yeah,
night.
I
oh,
would.
good night,
It
good
just
night.
seems a little bit. It just seems like someone's talking out of both sides of their mouth to me when when someone who's poly says, "Oh, well, you should experiment and try this out," and I'm like, "Okay, cool, I'm gonna try this." Like, except for you're not allowed to because you're male. I'm like, well, okay, like you invited me down this hallway, then you slammed the door in my face. So
So
now
are you,
now I'm confused. Like,
what I,
what do you?
well, what I wanted to ask was like, are you looking? So when you want to try a polyamorous relationship, but like, do you want to try a polyamorous relationship with like a woman or a male woman combination? Like what
Well, no,
like
I just mean like throughout, because I've never been the kind of person who's like I 100% have to be monogamous no matter what. Like I've always entertained, like I'm very I'm very open to experimentation and exploring, obviously, as one would in the kink community, right? Like it goes part and parcel with just kink in general, is trying to explore all your options and see different things that you may or may not like. Try it and you find out whether or not you may like it. But to hear from so many poly people saying, "Oh, well, the couple that's only looking for a single female, those are unicorn hunters. Those are an anomaly. That's just a small fraction of poly couples." But then I could go to any poly group online, and the first 100 classified ads, all 100 of them will be, "Hey, heterosexual male female couple here looking for a third, females only, or other couples only." And I'm just like, if this is supposed to be only some poly people look for that, why is it all of them? I
it's
guess it's just my question. Like,
it
if this is supposed to be a rare occurrence or even common but not supposed to represent the whole, how come it is literally 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100?
it,
Why is that?
it's not.
Does
You
it
got to
seem weird to
try
you?
it's not that. You got to try SLS. Like there's some other places that you can go. Like even come to my events.
SLS?
SLS is like singles looking for singles, or it's like
Oh,
swingers looking for swingers. There we go.
huh,
SLS,
interesting.
swingers looking for swingers, and which some of those swingers are polyamorous people too.
Hmm.
So it really comes down to what you desire. Because for example, if you want to engage in a polyamorous relationship, there are plenty of poly people where the guy is straight, the woman is straight, and the woman has boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's friends with the
Yeah.
husband or whatever.
And
But like,
I never see that is the thing. I see the opposite. I only see male female couples and then they're involving other women. I
they're the
only ever see that. And I think that's like when I think poly, that's the standard I think of. And I'm like, why can't it be any other combination? That
because
just seems weird to me.
those are the most obnoxious couples. They are anxiously
Of no.
looking and well, the thing is like I'll be absolutely honest. Every culture has its stereotypes.
Uh-huh.
Every culture has its stereotypes. One of the stereotypes of polyamory or swinging. And by the way, Bill, I do see your comments. I do want to read those right quick.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
what
I
one
mean,
of the stereotypes of just poly or swinging or BDSM is that like men have to have a female. It's like getting into a club, right? Like a sex club. There you go. We've been to sex clubs, right? Where
mm-hmm.
like women can come in by themselves, women can come in pairs. A man can get in if a woman comes with him, but a single man has to like convince a woman to bring them in. Now some clubs are better about that. YKW in Fayetteville was good about that.
Yeah,
Um,
I've been there. Yeah, I've
yeah.
been there a couple times, but not for the swingers nights. I've been there. I went there actually for like a holiday potluck one time, in which
hmm
was there was no play, and then I went there another time for something, but it wasn't a swingers night. I don't remember exactly what, but I've been there a couple times.
But
Yeah,
the best
it's
answer I
huge.
think
That place is
again.
gigantic. That place is big on the inside. It's like the
Well,
TARDIS.
Well, again, well, the best answer I can give you is just that's the stereotype, and it is. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It's a stereotype of the group where there's a reason why we have the term unicorn hunter. There's a reason why so many
Mhm.
men only looking for other women. Because I hate to say it, like for me to sit here and say that there aren't men who claim to be poly but only want their woman to be with other women, even if that woman doesn't want to only be with other women. Some women might
Mhm.
want to try their other dicks. But the guy, he holds the reins in the relationship.
Mhm.
Um, that is just a way for them to just get more pussy. I'm just gonna be real with you. It's just like there's some bad guys or leaders of relationships out there,
Yeah.
and they just want more pussy. And what's the quickest way to get more pussy? To use their wife as fucking bait to get more people
8.
in.
Yep.
But
No,
here's a
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. No, there's truth to that, and people are gonna do. I mean, if that's their modus operandi, then there it is. I'm not gonna tell them they're wrong.
But there's
You
a
know, they
sad
want what
part.
they want.
There's a sad part to that too. For example, I've noticed, like, you'll notice in a lot of polyamorous relationships or even swinging relationships, when they do bring in the woman, right? The woman tends to fall in love with the other woman faster than they would
Ooh.
with a man at all. Yeah, so like the man will like
Ooh.
have a wife and his wife will get a girlfriend, and, that man will become boyfriend with a girlfriend or whatever. But then the woman or even the extra guy sometimes, like, they fall in love faster than the guy or girl with the husband. So the husband, even though he's getting laid more and having more sex, he's always having that threesome Playboy always talked about, he's
Mm-hmm.
unfulfilled because at the end of the day, who's the guy want to spend the time with? The wife. Who does the girlfriend or the extra girlfriend want to spend the time with? The wife. The guy is just kind of like a barrier to get to the wife. So like it's one of those grass is greener on the other side. And I hit that fucking wall, man. There was nothing worse for me than trying to date polyamorously years ago, and like a woman will be like, "Great, now entertain my wife," and I'd be like, it's like I don't want your husband, you know.
Yeah, no, monogamy isn't for everyone, and poly isn't for everyone, and I understand that, but and it's something that's like this interests me, and I know it's an option, except for it's not an option, and there just seems to be poly isn't as there's not as many permutations with poly as people make it out to be. It tends to be just that one. It tends to be that one thing, and then the other form of poly I've seen is the one you describe, where it's cuckoldry. It's a married couple, and the guy has some humiliation fetish where he wants his wife to have a bull so he can like sit in the closet and look through the little blinders and pleasure himself while the guy does the thing. Like, I've noticed that. I don't even know if I consider that poly so much as like just straight cuckolding. But to each their own. Whatever floats your boat, whatever kicks your puppy, whatever
Well, like
tickles your
again,
people.
it's like we're arguing
Yeah.
semantics and anecdotals. It's just like
Yeah.
all I can say is that like you see the
Yeah.
case share of what you've seen has been like every 10 couples, straight male, bisexual woman looking for bisexual woman. But let me
Yeah.
tell you, that
10
guy
out of
might get
10.
what he, yeah, and unless that
Yeah.
guy's like rich or well off or has a good body, eventually that extra woman falls in love with the wife, wants to spend more time with the wife, wants nothing to do with the husband, and the husband feels lonely. So what does he do? He tries to add other people. Um,
That's kind of hot too, though. I don't know. Like, it's still. I mean, if the girls are having fun, they're having fun. That's good for them. Like that.
mm.
It's.
Well, sometimes the women can be used as a status symbol. But I wanted to read Belle's thing, and that was
Yeah.
like
Sorry. Go ahead.
9 minutes ago. It says, "My husband is interested in the two of us being with a man. He'd like to see what it's
Ooh.
like to have two people being a dom with me." Yeah, that sounds like a lot
Yeah.
of fun, Belle. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, I hope you guys figure out the dynamic of that, but that does sound like a lot of fun. But that's all. Just if you are looking, it can be frustrating because let me tell you, like I'm done looking. Like I host poly events. The poly people
Really.
come, yeah, the poly people come to me, and even though I don't get involved with people that come to my events because I feel like as a leader I should not get involved with my members at all. And don't get
Hmm.
me wrong, I fucking want to, but I do not. I do not cross that line because once you cross that line, it ruins your reputation.
Right. You're
But
getting high on your own supply,
yeah, no,
essentially.
and
Yeah.
I refuse. I absolutely
No,
refuse to do that.
and that's very noble of you that you do that, because there's a lot of people who would use that position of authority specifically just to harvest and cherry pick, you know, people for themselves.
Yeah, and dude,
So
I've seen that shit happen in real
yeah,
time, and it's ugly. It's ugly.
yeah,
But I'm not gonna drop names here. It's almost 12 midnight, dude. It's been another pleasure. Let's call it a
it's
night.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I learned so much.
Well, I learned something too, and it was nice to have some actual couples on. We're gonna have two more sets of couples on. Like these are brand new, fresh spanking new couples. We got one couple, married couple, and the girl is bisexual, the guy is straight. So it's gonna be,
Ooh.
yeah, it's gonna be like maybe like an annoying couple for you. And then we
No,
have
no, I mean, no, that's the standard. I mean, that doesn't
it is
bother me.
that's why
It
we
is
have the
what it is.
stereotype. Like that's why like
Yeah.
you go to a Walmart in a bad neighborhood, you'll notice that the belts are locked up behind a glass cage. Yeah, just stereotype.
Yep.
Yeah, so, but that's it. That's it. That's the show. Good night, everyone. Guys, stick around. We're going to raid somebody who is worthy. Let's see who is up. Let's see who is raidable tonight. We've got Leaf, who's playing Plates Up, and then we've got Genshin Impact. Yeah, we're going to skip that. We're going to play
The
Leaf. Yeah, we're going to Monster Hunter Generation. I haven't done Salty as a Squids, but I haven't done Leaf in a while. Guys, stick around. This is an amazing channel. She's going to sing. As soon as we raid in, she's going to sing for the channel. Like, you guys are going to love this. Please check her out. She is a stunningly great singer, surprisingly great singer. So just stick around, guys. Love you very much. Thank you so very much for being here, and good night. All right, buddy. That was a good show. So, I'll see you next week. I gotta go to bed.